Hello, and welcome to MoviePod, a reclaimed cinema podcast. My name is Brian Wishart. So, this is a big one this week. This is a film that I've seen a lot, like at least 50 times, no exaggeration. I've seen it 12 times in the theater. I unironically like this movie. The earliest review for the film says it's like getting stabbed in the head. It's a serious drama that you have to see to believe. Its run-of-the-minute movie circuit has helped make it a one-in-a-kind movie experience and has elevated star, director, producer, writer into very cult fame. There's nothing else like this film, and we're talking about Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Joining me is my old friend and old roommate, Alex, who also is a musician in the performance by the name Laika Berdey. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. So,
I think an important thing to say is that you've seen the movie 50 times, but you're also responsible for hundreds, maybe thousands of people also seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Brian and I went to university together, and Brian, kind of like right at the vanguard of this movie gaining traction and popularity, requested that the cinema on our campus started showing it.
Western film, yeah.
And that spawned like an almost quarterly screening of The Room, which was so well attended by people that really cared. I remember one of the first screenings we ever went to, Brian dressed as Denny and a random person dressed as Chris R, two characters in the movie, got up having never met each other and acted out the scene playing behind them on the screen in front with no rehearsal. You may have also heard the song at the beginning of this podcast, a song about The Room's writer, director, creator, brainchild, Tommy Wiseau. That song is by another attendee of the university we went to, Jules McCools, an alumnus of Brian's college, Huron. The only reason that he knows what that movie is because Brian insisted that his college show it. So, You've seen The Room 50 times, but I think probably thousands of viewings of The Room have happened because of you.
So the story with that is that, I'll get into the history a little bit too, because, I got a good spot when it comes to describing exactly how that came about. So The Room, of course, is the Citizen Kane of bad movies. It is an atrocious film that no one really likes. Tommy Wiseau trying to make a serious drama, and it backfired in a way that was so spectacular that everyone was kind of mocking this movie rather than appreciating it for being a drama like he originally expected.
And though nobody really likes this movie, a lot of people really love this movie.
A lot of people love this movie, myself included.
You may have already listened to Brian and I doing a commentary on this movie where it sounds like we're tearing it to shreds. All of which is done out of complete love, admiration, and respect for the movie and everybody involved in it.
So we'll see if the audio quality works enough to have that episode get put up. But we decided because watching The Room by yourself is not fun.
It's definitely an experience that needs to be shared.
So
with people and with
beverages,
mind-altering
cheers. So we just before this recording, we watched the entire movie. We also set up a microphone and pointed in our direction and just kind of talked over the movie. So maybe I can do. We'll see how the audio works, and maybe we can release as an audio commentary track, and we'll hopefully it gets out there. But yeah, we just watched it. This movie's fresh in our brains,
as fresh as could be.
And
Brian, it was already quite fresh. You admitted that you've seen it twice in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, so I watched.
I hadn't seen it in a long time, so I really needed it.
I watched it last night to take down some notes for some plot and stuff. Yes. But
what plot there is?
That's not my problem. It's usually movies kind of function where things happen in a logical order. But there's so many things in the movie where it's just Lisa telling someone I don't want to talk about it and leaving a room, and then someone else coming into the room and talking about something for a little bit that means nothing, and then leaving the room. The
pacing, the structure of the plot, the occurrence of the endless establishing shots, it's all a fever dream if you've never seen this film. None of it makes any fucking sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's what's so baffling about this film is that it's not one thing that's bad about it, it's a million things that are bad about it. But it's done with such an earnest heart that one thing I truly love about The Room is that it's a very very unaware, very unself-aware depiction of toxic masculinity. Where Tommy Wiseau is a guy who's been scorned by a woman in the past. Lisa's clearly existed in some form in his life. Some woman who is a blonde woman who is completely he fell in love with, and she burned him in such a harsh way. And he's a guy that has a weird charisma around him, and probably a lot of friends hey, you're a great guy, Tommy. You're such a good guy. Why would anyone ever betray you? But this guy was so betrayed by this one woman that it feels so authentic the way that he's put it on screen there, but it comes across incredibly misogynist. It's a very sexist movie. It's a very sexist thing, but there's some truth to it. There's some truth where he's like believing like, this is my story of someone being scorned. Like, I'm a great guy. It's the other people around me who have betrayed me, and it's a woman that betrayed me particularly.
Yeah, definitely his self-victimization seems to come from a very real place.
Yeah.
Especially because all of the other characters he's written have the same self-victimization.
Yeah.
So that definitely rings very true.
Yeah. It's a very insecure person making this movie, and I think it's so, like, fascinating, because, like, a lot of, like, vanity projects like this where, you know, it's a writer, director, making his own thing, like, a lot of it makes himself seem like a truly great person, but this one makes himself come across as a complete asshole. And
despite the fact that he does everything he can to make this character seem like a great guy, gives everybody money, buys everybody presents, takes in orphans, like, and he hits all the boxes of what society says this is what a good person does, and yet he's an asshole.
Yeah, and like, this is a guy who, so the room is self-financed, which is an insane thing. So there's a lot of theories about how Tommy Wiseau got his money, but Greg Sestero, in his book, The Disaster Artist, about the making of the room, kind of was friendship with Tommy Wiseau, which is actually a very, very engaging and fun read. He kind of goes on about how, like, he believes, like, because Tommy Wiseau, like, if you've never seen a clip of Tommy Wiseau in your life, watch a clip of Tommy Wiseau, because no one talks like him, no one acts like him. He's a true enigma and a true unique person. And Greg Sestero's theory is that Tommy Wiseau is from some former Soviet country. Because he's always, like, skeptical of his ages, but this guy's clearly, by the time the room comes around, earliest he's in his 40s, maybe 50s, right? This guy's older, right?
I would believe 30s.
He looks like a very haggard 30s.
A very he's lived a lot of lives, this man.
Maybe in his 30s, if, like, he was, like, I don't know, there for Chernobyl during the incident. Like,
well, I mean, there was some reason he left old country, right?
Yeah. But, like, he thought, like, Greg has this theory where, like, he was persecuting his country there and fled from that country to France. And something bad happened in France, and he fled from France to North America.
That theory definitely checks out with his refusal to say any even remotely French word, such as fiancé.
Yeah. and one thing when he got to San Francisco, his first job was that he was selling these kind of like bird toys on the San Francisco docks there, on the waterfront. And with that, he kind of like got, because the French word for bird is Wiseau, so he got Wiseau from that name.
I've heard that theory too about the bird toys and the Wiseau.
So like that's how he got started. And then like, apparently this theory suggests that he took his selling little knickknacks on the boardwalk, and then like, you know, got like a business where he's selling like, you know, jeans and clothes on the boardwalk, and kind of leveraged that and got more money, and then got into real estate, and then which
I have to say is a big jump. Mm-hmm. This man, if that's true, that man was working that ham ass off.
Yeah. One of the last things they shot in the room was there's an establishing shot of Alcatraz at the start of the movie. And so apparently they actually went to a building, a commercial building, just in like Office Plaza, something like that. And they went to the roof to film, and Greg's like, do you have permission? He was like, oh yeah, we absolutely have permission to be there. And then everyone was greeting like Tommy Wiseau, like, hey Tommy, how's it going? Because he was the owner of the building. Sort
of like how everyone greets Johnny in the room. Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah, and so he was a guy who owned at least one building, but he was also taking acting class as well, because him and Greg Sestero met at acting class.
Which is blowing my mind, the fact that either of these people have ever taken an acting class.
But like, Greg Sestero's the kind of guy you kind of realize, like, this is a guy who tried to be an actor. He's like, clearly he was a model that wanted to become an actor. He wanted to become, like, you know, make an effort into it. Tommy Wiseau is a guy that, like, he fascinates me. Another thing completely fascinates me with the room, too, is that he, like, a lot of people's passion projects nowadays, like, I don't know, the Stranger Things guys, like, we love Stephen King movies from the 80s and Spielberg movies from the 80s, so we're making things off of that. But Tommy Wiseau, his big passions were, like, Tennessee Williams plays from the 50s.
Yeah, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Yeah. Rebel Without a Cause is a huge influence on this movie. You're Tearing Me Apart from that movie.
Is that true?
Yeah. James Dean says that.
My jaw dropped.
Yeah. And, like, the character of Denny in The Room is clearly very influenced by the character of Pluto in Rebel Without a Cause.
You're totally right.
So it's like, you know, James Dean and Natalie Wood kind of caring for this, like, younger guy around them, like, who, because they're all juvenile delinquents, this guy's slightly younger, but they create sort of like a family unit there as they're on the run, because they're not understood by the parents and adults in society. Like, that's like, okay, Denny makes a lot more sense now seeing Rebel Without a Cause. So his influences are movies from, like, the 50s.
Like, what people really call and mean classics.
Yeah.
True classics.
Yeah. And that's what I kind of love about The Room is I think is that, like, his influences are movies that are so out of fashion, right? So he got his big inspiration for The Room when he was, him and Greg Sestero, they saw The Talented Mr. Ripley together in the theater. Like 1988, I think that movie comes out.
I saw the movie not that long ago. Incredible movie.
Great movie, yeah. Very good movie. And so they saw the movie in the theater, and then Tommy Wiseau, like, because they were living together, I think, he just, like, ghosted Greg Sestero for, like, a week. You know, for no a week, like, months. Because they lived together, and
Tommy just disappeared?
Just disappeared for, like, a few months. And he comes back in shape. Like, he worked out a lot, and with a screenplay in hand.
And where did he go? What did he do? This is an unbelievable origin story.
And the screenplay was The Room. It was supposed to be like a stage play first, and then he kind of made it into a screenplay there. But basically, you saw like Talented Mr. Ripley, which is a story about a con artist, right?
Yes.
And was inspired by this kind of like the kind of 90s indie filmmaking kind of that kind of movement there going on. Like, I can make a movie myself. Talented Mr. Ripley made him think that I can make my own movie. And his influences were movies that were decades old, which I think is so fascinating because like a lot of like the people trying to make movies now that end up being atrocious, they're all influenced by modern trends and modern blockbusters trying to chase that. But I like that Tommy Wiseau was very influenced by his very clearly outdated passions. Like, they're great movies, but it's just like, it's funny that he is just that locked into the past. And The Room is so fascinating because it's a 2003 movie that feels so out of time, out of place because it is. The influences are not of the present.
I feel like he didn't, like you were talking about the Stranger Guys things who set out to make like something inspired by like 80s Stephen King.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he didn't set out to make an homage to anything or work within any kind of genre. I feel like he set out to make a classic.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm just gonna...
well, when the movie comes out, so like it's released, I think it's April 2003 in Los Angeles. So he released it in the specific theaters in Los Angeles especially because he wanted to be eligible for Oscars. Actually, I'm going to double check when the movie came out.
Where was he based at that time? Was he based in Los Angeles?
Yes, he was based in Los Angeles.
Okay, yeah. So he would have like, you know, a bit of a knowledge of the town at least to...
Yeah, so the movie comes out June 27th, 2003 in Los Angeles. So as promo for the movie, he actually rented a billboard in Hollywood. And you might have seen the poster of the movie where it's kind of like the DVD cover. Have you seen it?
With his face?
Yeah, with his face, yeah.
Just a bit close up of his face. An incredible shot, by the way. One eye's kind of like... It looks like he's been taking a portrait of mid-twitch.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Tommy Wiseau calls that shot the evil man.
The evil man.
And he likes that a lot because considering his other posters in the movie where it has like the other actors in it, he liked the intrigue that this one poster had with the evil man. So it
is intriguing.
It is very intriguing. And he got this billboard in Hollywood there. It cost $5,000 a month for his billboard.
That's not small money. Especially not in 2003.
He had it for 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. So from 2003 to maybe the 2008, 2009 kind of thing, he has billboard up. Marketing this movie called The Room. So you look at The Room, you see the font, you see the text, and you look at it, and you're like, this is probably like a very dark kind of, maybe a horror movie kind of thing. It's very intriguing to look at. And that was the main marketing for the movie, was just he has one big billboard. But again, like, you do the math on how much that billboard would cost. That's over $300,000 for that many years there. I did the math already.
Thanks for being honest about the fact that you're not a math genius.
Yeah,
because I was about to be like, Ryan, where was this?
I'm very, very bad at math. But I did the calculations earlier on. So the movie comes out. It has this big premiere, and one Variety reporter who was there for it, like this movie again, like it's Los Angeles. So there's a lot of people are trying to, like, independent filmmakers have these, you know, premieres at theaters, and they're not big splashy things, but they try to make it very fancy, right, to get some attention. So there's one Variety reporter who actually was able to attend the premiere and like noticed that like around the half hour mark, about half the crowd had walked out. People were asking for their refunds, but a lot of people were like people stuck around, were like really snickering and laughing at the movie. The earliest review, as I mentioned before, said that it's like getting stabbed in the head, which is kind of an accurate way to describe The Room because it's just so. It's abrasive to your senses.
It is, yeah.
And
it's like getting stabbed in the head multiple times because there's always something new. Around every corner and every scene, there's something new to make you go, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, I've seen this movie, I'm not joking when I say I've seen this movie at least 50 times. I discover something new every single time.
Yeah.
There's some interesting dynamic every single time.
Our last watch through, we were saying things and you were being surprised by them. Which for me to surprise you with something I've noticed about the room is truly an honor of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there's like, like the interior decorating really stuck out to me this time. Like all the CDs, that like big CD tower, only like 3 CDs per shelf there.
Oh, the way that the pictures are not aligned above the fireplace.
Mm-hmm. The fact that when Mark gets shoved over, he actually knocks down the spoon photo, and then he has to like lift up the spoon photo again. When
he gets knocked over the second time, how he hits his head on the doorknob.
Yeah,
like, hard. It looks like it hurts.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where like there's not. It's like a conventional film in the sense that it is put together as a film, but beyond that, it is a baffling experience where nothing really makes sense. It's illogical. The world doesn't make much sense, but there's a lot of melodrama and passion going on in the movie, which like. That's why I think the best bad movies are ones that are made earnestly.
And this movie is so earnest.
It is, yeah.
And the fact that Tommy Wiseau is so much of the movie, written, directed, produced, acted, like all aspects of the movie that he was in control of, the earnestness seeps through.
Mm-hmm. This is him bearing his heart out to the world.
Yeah. This is him trying his best to make his dream come true, to go down in history. And
so the theater that I was playing at, they actually they posted that they started because I think he bought he bought a 2-week run for the movie this theater there because for Oscar consideration. Because the movie needs to play for at least 2 weeks in the theater for it to be considered for Oscars. You can't just have the one night and then have it be up for Oscars.
It's amazing how focused he was on greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything, the fact that the theater run of the movie was dictated by the minimum amount of time it needed to be in there for Oscar consideration. Yeah. Like, this is a man who was shooting for the moon.
Yeah, and that 2-week window he bought is why the movie is a huge success. Or huge success, as in it's been something that we're still talking about to this day. And
it was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah. It's because, after the first screening where everyone's kind of laughing at it, the screenings were already booked, right? Like, they started actually at the theater, they were saying, like, posting blurbs with reviews and saying no refunds on it. Like you buy the movie, you get a ticket for me, you're not getting your money back for this.
That alone, I think hypothetically, if I had been a human being who was presented with that, the no refunds would have intrigued me so much.
Absolutely.
I almost would have had to see that movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Same with me too. Like the Melania's out in theaters right now, that documentary, and like if that one said no refunds for it, I don't want to help a fascist regime out, so I don't want to pay money for it. But
even I'm a lover of bad Mystery Science Theater. I love to watch a bad movie. But you're right, even I will draw a line of Melania.
But if they had a no refund sign on it, ooh, this isn't.
I know it would be extraordinarily tempting.
It's like when a movie gets an F cinema score. I'm like, okay, this movie is not what audiences expected. I kind of want to see this movie.
Or when movies get nominated for Razzies.
Yeah.
As if this is a reclaimed cinema podcast, I imagine these are a lot of the movies that you reclaim.
100%. No, the Razzies list, I've gone through that a bunch of times, picking movies there. Things like The Thing was up for Worst Original Score. And that's one of the best soundtracks for a movie ever.
That's incredible! Mm-hmm. Damn, they were really wrong about that one, weren't they?
Yeah. There's so many, there's a lot of, go through the Razzies worst picture list. There's a lot of movies that are on the list to be covered for this podcast.
Makes sense.
So, with this 2-week window of time that Tommy Wiseau booked out for this theater there, so, of course, people who are really desperate to want to see this movie, the more serious people were, kind of stopped seeing the movie. But, Michael Rousselet, who is the guy from 5 Seconds Film, he went to an early screening there, thought it was pretty funny. Funny movie. And then he brought some more friends back. And, because it was a pretty empty theater, too, not many people there, he started treating it like his own Mystery Science Theater 3000 experience, where they're just riffing and heckling the movie.
Amazing.
And he kept coming back more and more. He brought more of his friends along, too. And so they ended up seeing the movie 4 times in 3 days. And a lot of the traditions...
4 times in 3 days?
Yeah. And I think I got to the point where, one screen had 100 people there. And...
he kind of built the traction up.
Built some traction. And some of the stuff, us throwing spoons at the screen, every time you see the frame photo of the spoon there, is from
us
him.
Cheering on the Golden Gate Bridge shots.
I'm not sure about that one specifically, but the spoon for sure is something that he him and his friends came up with that point.
If you've never seen The Room in a theater, there are all kinds. It's almost like a Rocky Horror Picture Show scenario where there's like a set list of ways that is known to interact with the film.
Yeah.
Some of them are, like we were talking about before, going up and acting out parts of the film at the front of the theater. Yeah. The props, like throwing the spoons, the chanting, singing the Full House theme for the, egregious shots of San Francisco.
And one thing that makes it different from Rocky Horror is that Rocky Horror has a very set script in mind. You do everything Rocky Horror specifically at different points. There's not much improvising and freewheeling from the crowd. One thing I find fascinating with The Room is that you have different crowds for it. Like, I've seen crowds for The Room be incredibly sexist towards Lisa, and I've seen some crowds be against that sexism. And kind of like, people call her like a bitch or a slut or something like that. People kind of like don't laugh at those jokes. But I've seen some crowds like, it's oftentimes the girls in the crowd like, Lisa, you bitch slut kind of thing. It's, and the crowd gets kind of that. But like, it changes each time. It's a different experience. Like, it's 90% the same experience most time, but it's that 10% difference where like people are viewing the movie in different lens.
It's more chaotic. There's more freedom to kind of engage with it and the way of your choosing.
Which is a lot of fun, yeah. And so by the end of the run, The Room's initial run, people were seeing the movie as a comedy rather than it was a serious drama. And at that point, people were emailing Tommy Wiseau saying like, hey, like, we actually loved your film so much. And that encouragement that people were actually seeing this movie and enjoying it got people to, like, Tommy Wiseau start booking some single screens for midnight viewings in Los Angeles.
And was he doing that possibly because it was the cheapest time to do it, or was he doing it possibly because he already knew what kind of crowd he had?
I think that it must be, like, that's the only crowd he could possibly have.
A little bit of both.
So, like, this movie comes out, in June 2004, they started, like, that's when the first midnight screenings started happening. Pretty soon, right after the movie comes out, too. And
June 2004, so yeah, about a year. June 2003 to June 2003?
Yeah, so, like, a full year later, June 2004, he started doing midnight screenings for The Room. And this was successful enough that he was doing midnight screenings at his one theater monthly up until 2012 when the theater closed.
Amazing.
So he was doing it for like 8 years. And started going to Q&As himself. Greg Sestero started, about 5 years, Greg Sestero started coming out to them too.
And it's kind of like a local Los Angeles phenomenon too. Like, right?
Yeah.
The theaters are in Los Angeles, they live there, like... Mm-hmm. And, like, what a great antidote to a town that's, like, so up its own ass about its, like, star quality and, like, Hollywoodness and, like, this is where the movie magic happens. Mm-hmm. Like, what a great, like, locale for there to be, like, a great counter movement to that. And it was celebrating the horribleness of the worst film ever made.
And it was the, kind of the Hollywood TV actors that really started getting it going, too, where David Cross and Will Arnett from Arrested Development, they started seeing the billboard all the time driving to work for Arrested Development.
Oh, shit!
And they were, like, so fascinated with this billboard, so they looked up the trailer online for The Room. And they were absolutely obsessed with the trailers. They were, like, quoting lines to each other a lot. So Will Arnett didn't see it right away. David Cross was really into it. David Cross was like, he said, the idea of a participatory thing doesn't sound, like, fun to me, but I really, really enjoyed it. It's not like there's one or two things bad with The Room. There's several hundred things bad with The Room. So like, David Cross recommended like Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim, who are like the Tim and Eric guys.
Oh,
they
sure
worked
are.
on it too. They got Kristen Bell got into it as well.
No way!
And so she was actually able to acquire a film reel for the Room.
Amazing.
And host a lot of private screenings. And on the set of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, her, Paul Rudd, and Jonah Hill were just like quoting the film nonstop between takes. And like she showed the Veronica Mars creator Rob Thomas The Room, and he was writing. So like he was writing the third season of Veronica Mars in 2007, and he was putting The Room jokes within the show.
I've seen the third season of Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
I need to watch it again, obviously, and keep my eyes peeled for The Room jokes.
There's some jokes about like the campus, like they do like Rocky Horror Nights, or like a movie. Like, oh, there's a movie that's like Rocky Horror, but you throw spoons at it instead.
That's a pretty overt. I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah. And I can't get full so like Will Arnett and David Cross were into The Room at this point in time, but I cannot get verification of the chicken dance from Development as a reference to The Room or not.
I asked that when we were watching the movie earlier because like the similarity is jarring.
Yeah.
I really hope it is a throwback to that because it's Will Arnett that starts doing the chicken thing.
Yeah, the timing is right for them when it comes to them being obsessed with like they start like looking at The Room billboard and everything, but I can't find out if it's exact reference or not, so I can't claim if it is 100% accurate.
Well, when we get Will Arnett on this podcast, we'll have to ask him.
And so like Paul Rudd then like after Frankenstein Marshall showed the film to the cast of role models on set, and the role models director David Wayne said, the big reason why the movie is so intriguing is that you don't know what the hell's up with Tommy Wiseau, this is a guy who feels like a total alien. And he said...
Yeah, he truly feels like he's from another planet.
Like, David Wayne said, like, who is he? Where did he come from? Why did he shoot on a green screen instead of going up on a roof? So even like guys who are in the industry, like, this is such a weird way to make a movie. This guy's so bizarre. Comedy guys really latch onto this. And, like, but, like, Paul Rudd, like, he was even pretty cagey about talking about the room in the interviews with, so a lot of the information I got right here for this part of the story is from Entertainment Weekly in 2008. And Paul Rudd didn't want to be part of the interview because he's like, I don't want to dunk on another fellow filmmaker. Because, like, this is, like, some guy who put his heart out into making a movie.
Respect.
And doesn't want to mock someone else's stuff. So this story for Entertainment Weekly was 2008. And that's about the time I started hearing about the movie, too. Like, I was getting into really bad cinema back in, like, high school. So, like, I was, like, really into stuff, too, like Mr. Science Theater 3000 and everything. And, you know, started hearing, you want to hear, like, what are the new great bad movies? The Room is popping up. So, like, here's, like, maybe it's, like, 5 years old, but it's kind of hard to access. Like, because, like, at this point in time, it was only playing in theaters in America. Occasionally. It wasn't like there was, like, it wasn't on streaming. It's still not, The Room is still not on streaming.
I believe it.
You still can't digitally rent it. You have to buy a DVD or Blu-ray from Tommy Wiseau's website, or go to a theatrical screening.
Which has probably made him bank.
Absolutely. I don't see a reason why he would ever just sell something to streaming.
Of course not.
So then Tommy Wiseau starts expanding the film to other countries. So this is where you mentioned the story earlier about me getting The Room involved in our local community here. So we're in London, Ontario. We went to University of Western Ontario, and so we started school in 2009.
We did.
And Western Film, which was the campus movie theater there, it's only open for special events now.
But it used to play relatively regularly.
Yeah, they used to,
like,
you know,
2 shows a night kind of thing.
2 shows a night, like, you know, they would play, like, you know, newer movies, as well as on Fridays they would do, like, midnight cult movies. Western Film, they started taking recommendations for, hey, what do you want us to play here? You can play anything but movies that are from Fox, because they couldn't get distribution rights for those.
That's crazy, I didn't know that.
So,
does Fox have a lot of movies? I thought they were mostly a TV thing.
Fox? Oh, no, they had, like, Star Wars, like, things like that.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, so, like...
That's big.
Mm-hmm. Pretty big, yeah. I started requesting, like, I was like, even leaving these midnight movies, like, you know, leaving Princess Bride, like, being like, hey, can you play The Room? It's like, maybe. And then, like, I got, like, getting, like, my friends to, like, start, like, on their Facebook page, like, hey, get them to request The Room. Like, even if you don't go to Western...
We need to make this a movement.
Even if you don't go to Western, please post this page for me. Do The Room. And
I think at that point you had a DVD, though, didn't you?
I got my DVD in 2010. So about a year after that. So, like... But it was around the similar time, yeah. And eventually, they announced they're finally going to do The Room in the theater.
They did it!
And it was a big success. Like, they...
Oh, it was huge.
Mm-hmm. They started doing at least, I think they did it twice a semester at that point in time for several years.
Yeah. It was like, 4 times a year. Mm. And it became such a big thing that's like, I mean, people went because they knew the movie and they loved the movie. Mm. But it also just became this, like, it was kind of like the coolest thing you could do at Western cinema because it was like underground, a movie you couldn't find, you couldn't get, only place you could see it. Yeah. It was this counterculture movie. So many people went to see because they'd never heard of it before. People being like, it's this terrible movie. You know, you'll get drunk, you'll get stoned, you'll bring your shit, you'll yell at the screen. I remember going one time, and it was a good couple of years into you doing that. I think this was maybe like my 5th year at university. And I remember thinking that it was like modern day, like, gladiator fights. Everyone was so rowdy, having a great time. Like, they were there to express themselves. Like, it was definitely, like, an incredible thing to do on campus.
Yeah, and, like, other theaters around all over the place were catching on to The Room, too. So it was one of those things that just kind of caught on overall. And, like, Western Film, and I think COVID ended up breaking its regular operations. So, like, but they were doing The Room, like just once a semester, then once a year, up until, like, I think COVID hit. But now in London, Highland Cinema, they do screenings of The Room, and they have
pretty regularly.
Yeah, like, they do it, like, once a year, maybe twice a year. I think you at least once a year.
Yeah.
But they got, like, Greg Sestero to be there for a couple times. Yeah. I've met him there twice now.
Yeah.
Like,
he comes through a fair amount.
Yeah, so they've done it at least with Greg Sestero at least 3 years in a row now. Yeah, so he does, like, a Q&A and stuff. He's a very friendly guy. Loves talking about the movie.
It's so great, too, that, like, I mean, he, other than Tommy Wiseau, like, he for sure was the person who had the biggest skin in that game.
Oh, yeah.
So it's amazing that it's something that he, like, is still so invested in and so, like, proud of and, like, down to be, like, associated with. Yeah. Like, because it seems like a lot of other people from that movie, like, that was their one blip
Well, like the book is fascinating, The Disaster Artist, because it's a lot about making one of the worst movies ever made, but it's also about this weird friendship he has with Tommy Wiseau, which is genuine.
Yeah.
Like, here's a guy, like, Tommy Wiseau was, like, he's the weirdest guy on the planet there, but he actually was truly supportive of Greg's dreams and wanted Greg to become successful.
Yeah.
In a way that no one else was doing it for him at that point in time in the early 2000s when he was struggling as an actor.
The Disaster Artist movie that the Franco brothers made is also a great watch on that story.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Disaster Artist from, like, 2018, I think, directed by James Franco. Really fun movie.
Super good.
James Franco's really good as Tommy Wiseau. He gets that impression down pretty well.
Yeah, honestly, he does a really good job. And his brother is a good testosterone.
Yep.
And, like, their brother bond definitely carries over to, like, this weird friendship story.
Yeah, like, they got a lot of their actor friends, too. A lot of people who were, like, early, like, shooters for The Room as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the biggest thing is, like, a lot of the comedy community in Los Angeles, like, the major Hollywood ones, were really into this movie, too. Which helped give it a big push in a way that a lot of other bad movies don't have. Like, like I'm fascinated how, like, some, like, Cats, the 2019 musical.
Oh.
Which is, like, I love that movie because it's such a train wreck. But, like, that didn't really have the same push as it does now, as something The Room has. I think the underground element of The Room really helps it a lot.
For sure. Absolutely.
And, like, people love to find something like, you know, like, oh, like, no one knows what this movie is.
Yeah. And also, like, the fact that it's so underground and, like, it was someone trying so earnestly to bring his dreams to life. Like, it's an underdog you want to root for. I mean, Cats is fucking Taylor Swift in it. Taylor Swift is top of the world.
Yeah.
Like,
it's an Oscar-winning director. Like, it's not an underdog story for anyone.
Exactly.
Except for maybe the dancers who were in the movie, like Francesca Hay, were, like, the ones who were, like, not, like, mainland stars, but were just dancers that were hired for the movie.
Was it a career-killing movie for any of them?
I haven't seen...
Hard to know.
The smaller actors, I've not seen them in anything since then.
Might have been.
But also, like, it's not their fault. Like,
no.
Truly, the problem with Cats is, like, it's the James Cordens, the Rebel Wilsons. They're the big problems with the movie. They're the ones that kind of suck all the oxygen out of the movie when they start riffing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Cats is awesome, and, like, I want to cover it for the podcast because it's one of the ones where I think there was a bit of a movement to get a kind of the Room type thing going with it. But then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And kind of killed that. And then no one was really into keeping up after. I think Cats might have a revival eventually. Really, like, want to be discussed about a movie because it is one of those baffling films, too.
Once enough people forget about it, and then it feels like people are rediscovering it.
Yeah. And the cool thing with The Room is, like, it's still going. Like, it's one of those things like Rocky Horror where it never truly left the theater.
Yeah.
It's just still happening. And it's popping up here in London a lot. It's like there's always in Toronto. Like, Tommy Wiseau tours, Greg Sestero tours around North America to, like, do all the screenings. Tommy Wiseau's, like, tours all over the place, too. Like, my friends seen him in Toronto. I think Tommy's never come to London. My friends met him in Toronto.
Yeah. Which is, like, what an incredible outcome for a movie to have.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, looking at those facts, like, objectively, the movie's a success.
Yeah.
Like, to make one movie and have that be your career for the rest of your life, like, that is the markings of a classic. The classic that Tommy so desperately wanted to make.
Yeah, like, probably not the way he expected it, but, like, so the movie cost $7 million of his own money, which is insane.
That is so much money for one person.
Box Office Mojo says the movie's made about $6.3 million now, which, like, that's okay. It doesn't make the money back, but the fact that he's able to make a career out of it, I think he's doing well enough for himself, and the fact that Greg is able to have, like, a little side career as well, like, to, like, promote this movie and be around, like, you know, be part of, like, doing a little convention circuit almost, but for his one little movie.
Yeah.
And, like, even, like, late 2018 or something like that, like Tommy Wiseau, I think it was the Taiwan Film Festival that Tommy Wiseau, like, debuted, like, The Room at for the first screening ever in Asia.
That's insane.
So, like, yeah, you're just like, oh, people around the world, like, are really into this baffling movie.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah. So, yeah, so let's get into the movie, the Room, a little bit.
Let's get into the plot that exists.
Yeah. So, introduced with a title card saying Wiseau Films. Then we get another title card that says Wiseau Films with a little globe there. The globe's missing New Zealand.
Sorry, New Zealand.
Yeah, fucking New Zealand. Tommy Wiseau does not appreciate you.
Maybe that's the country that the real life Lisa is from, if your theory is true.
Yeah. And So then we get the opening credits, and I can get the guy's name properly. So the music's by a guy named Vlad Milicevic, and how would you describe the music in the opening credits?
It plods a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like ragtime on Valium.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
So we get this opening credit scene of this crazy music, and we there's bassoons that pop up in there too.
It's a full orchestration.
Yeah, and establishing shots of the city of San Francisco.
And the fifth character in this film.
And we might have mentioned the Alcatraz thing earlier, but it's just a lot of shots around the city, and we get weird things. There's one producer who died before the movie. There was the someone credited named Chloe Leash, who is the casting director allegedly, but she was Tommy Wiseau's English ESL teacher, so she was involved in the movie, but he's giving her thanks for teaching him English.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
she did her best.
She did her best. Let's say and so this opening credits is already totally bizarre, and then we see our hero Johnny on a streetcar.
He appears,
and the crowd goes nuts. If you see this in the theater, the crowd just goes absolutely insane. The crowd's always on Johnny's side, which is so funny in the theater. And
it is a really fun way to approach the film. Yeah. Just treating Johnny as Mr. Right Man who can do no wrong.
And Lisa being
is the good guy the script believes him to be.
Yeah, and people booing when Mark or Lisa do anything they're not supposed to. And,
get a room.
And
get the room.
Yeah, so Johnny arrives in their apartment there. So this movie's called The Room. I don't know why it's called The Room.
No one knows why.
Because there's two rooms that the movie takes place in. There's the bedroom and then the main living room there.
Which room is the room?
Yeah, who knows? It's a big mystery. So Johnny arrives there and says "Hi, babe, something for you." And initially, and right away, something's wrong with this movie. This movie is not going to be a normal movie at all.
Yeah, it definitely passed itself off as a movie until that point.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we get the delivery of that first line, it's buckle up, buttercup.
So he's has a dress ready for her, red dress. Oh, can I try it on? Oh, sure, it's yours. And she goes to try it on. Oh wow, you look so sexy, Lisa. All the dialogue from Tommy Wiseau is 80 yard afterwards. It's just clearly not recorded on the set there too. Cause he had a lot of trouble. He wrote the dialogue. We had a lot of trouble saying the dialogue as well.
I don't think that happens often. I think usually people that write their own dialogue are able to perform it pretty well.
Yeah. And says stuff I'll do anything for my girl. Oh, anything for my princess. And Denny shows up.
Immediately.
So Denny is a real enigma. And so Denny makes a lot more sense if you see his Rebel Without a Cause as being some sort of person that's parental units kind of adopted in a way. But
he's at least 18 years old.
According to the script, but he looks like he could be he looks like he's anywhere between 14 and 25.
Honestly, he looks like he could be in his 30s.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird little dude.
Yeah. But
what is going on with this guy?
But
other events that happen later in the film prove that Denny is truly mature beyond his baby face.
Yeah.
But where does that come from?
But in the first scene, he shows out there, he's complimenting, wow, I love your dress. Can I kiss you? It's oh, Denny, don't do that. And Johnny's I want to go take a nap right now.
Going upstairs and go take a nap.
Yeah, because he just got home from work, and then
Denny's been there for 15 seconds.
Yeah, and Denny's acting like a 5-year-old kid in the scene.
Yeah,
and then Lisa goes up with a.
I'm also going to go take a nap, Denny. But doesn't say, "Hey, Denny, get the hell out of our apartment and leave." So Denny just kind of stands there, taking a big, meaty, metaphorical bite out of an apple that's appeared out of nowhere, and looking off into the distance in a way that can only be described as covetous.
Yeah. So, Lisa and Johnny, they're just, pillow fighting up on their bed and everything.
They've gone up the spiral staircase of love into the fuck shack that is located in the loft of their room apartment.
And so, Denny starts, hitting them with pillows and everything. And,
he gets in on the fun. He's in there like a dirty shirt.
Yeah.
The dirtiest of shirts.
And, and Denny says something oh, I just like to watch you guys. And Tommy's just oh, 2 is great, but 3 is the crowd. And so Danny leaves, and Lisa rubs his head like it's a dog,
Oh, puppy.
And Danny leaves, and a song called "I Will" starts to play. It's an R&B song with like a lot of guitar in it.
It's a bang jam. There's no like this song starts playing and you know what is coming. And this song is a angel's trumpet heralding the arrival of a fuck session.
Yeah. And so, like, the camera's, like, swaying all over the room looking at Tommy and Lisa, or Johnny and Lisa. The movie calls him Tommy a couple times, too.
Where does Tommy end and where does Johnny begin? It is a question for the ages.
Yeah. And so, like, they're dancing. She lets her hair down. Then her next shot, her hair's back up. Hair's back down again. It's very clumsy filmmaking. And they get into bed. There's so many candles around the room, too. There's, like, a glass waterfall there, too.
Yeah, and the camera shoots through it. And you kind of think at first it's just a camera trick, but then in another shot of them, you can see it on the other side of the bed, so it's like an actual prop.
So in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they make that Lethal Weapon 5 movie.
Yeah.
So they make that Lethal Weapon there. So there's a scene where Frank has a gratuitous sex scene in the movie, and it's directly a copy of this from The Room.
Oh, incredible.
With like the glass waterfall, all the candles, the gratuitous sex stuff. Frank just
the ham butt.
Yeah, Frank being like, oh, just being all grunting with it. So a lot of movies have referenced The Room, but subtly. It's like, what kind of like, it's not like, you know, Back to the Future or The Goonies, where it's just like a very explicit, like, oh, you recognize the old thing. It's like almost more of a deep cut for society to reference The Room and something. Yeah. Totally. Which I appreciate because it's like it keeps the kind of the underground aura of the film going.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's like they're in bed. He has a shirt. They're taking the shirt off. We see her nips and everything. She's breasting very boobily in this film.
Yeah, absolutely. The breasts are breasting. Yeah,
and,
big time.
Like he has like a rose. He's ripping off petals and pouring them on top of her, and
it's a long, awkward, gratuitous sex scene. And like the amount of boobs, extremely gratuitous. Not even approaching the gratuitousness level of Tommy Wiseau's ass.
Oh, God, yeah.
Tommy Wiseau has a body that looks like it's been carved out of ham.
Yeah.
And it's just... The butt is so there. You told me that he went and worked out to build the body for this movie. And I don't know what that workout regime entailed. But it created a monster.
Yeah, it's, like, disgusting to look at. Like, he's on top of her and, like... thrusting her belly button, it seems. He's nowhere near
the positioning is wild.
Nowhere near the vulva. He's like in a weird spot there. He's like a very huge body. He's grunting and moaning. It's sick to look at.
He's thrusting and clenching.
The guitar's wailing. I will.
He is. He is.
And it's just almost like a rude shock to open a film with, right?
It happens within the first, 4 minutes.
Yeah. The first of 4 sex scenes in the movie happens in the first 4 minutes. It's absolutely insane to look at. And another insane thing, too, with the way sex scenes were filmed in this movie is that usually in most films, when they film a sex scene, they have a closed set where they have less people there because it's a very vulnerable thing for an actor to be a part of a sex scene. But with this one, Tommy was kind of like, hey, everyone come on in. Like, come watch me.
Check out this sick new body I managed to carve out of ham.
Yeah. And it made everyone very uncomfortable to do filming the sex scenes. And
yeah, can you imagine agreeing to be a part of this unproven, untested, untrialed director/writer/actor/producer's first project, and he insists you attend the filming of his gratuitous sex scene? The vibes would be, below the floor.
Yeah.
The vibes would be in the trash.
Yeah. Also, a lot of actors left the movie early because of
the... sex scene filming, I imagine.
Not because of the sex scene filming, just because it was a very troubled production. Because
chaotic at best.
Chaotic at best, because clearly this guy is a new guy, not sure who's up to, and all the professional actors in there, or the professional actors have maybe theater people, no real film actors.
And yet he had $7 million to spend, so there would be so many moving parts. A lot of the time you're making a shit movie, you have a shit budget, so there's not really a lot to worry about. But with $7 million of funding, that's a lot of cats to herd.
A lot of the reason why the movie's so expensive is he bought the film cameras. He bought the cameras. So, usually with a big movie, you just rent the cameras from a production company. And so what he did is he bought the expensive cameras instead. So he bought a film camera, bought a digital camera, and shot both of them at the exact same time.
He made it sound like they were both the top of the line cameras as well, 35 millimeter, HD, whatever the top of the line was at that time.
Yeah. So, like, very expensive cameras, but he also was shooting them both at the exact same time, which you don't do in movies because you shoot film and digital in different ways.
Yes.
The lighting's different. So the reason why the lighting's so garish and weird looking is because he's shooting for two different formats that were not compatible. And he thought he was doing something revolutionary, but he made something that just looks
It was unprecedented.
No movie looks like The Room.
No movie is like The Room in just about any way.
Yeah. So, like, that ate up a lot of the budget, too. The difficulty of filming the movie, they moved through, like, 3 different crews for the cinematography crews. So, like, they were, they got down to, like, film students at the end of the day, which, like, good for those film students, because they got to work with very expensive, fancy cameras.
Sure did.
But you also got to film Tommy Wiseau's ham ass thrusting into Lisa. And so this sexy...
Not into Lisa, onto Lisa.
Onto Lisa, yeah. And...
Somewhere generally near Lisa.
So, like, 30 minutes later, the sex scene ends, and, like...
yeah, 2 hours later.
There's an alarm that wakes up on the alarm clock on the floor. It's, like, 8:28 a.m. Like,
They've decided to go to bed at, like, no later than 5:30 p.m. They've been up there for a long time.
Yeah, they've been fucking all night.
15
but
hours.
It's so funny, because the alarm clock is set for, like, 28, like, whatever hour, 28. So, like, I love the idea, like, oh, like, shit, like, whatever. Like, not saying for a normal, like, you know, on the half hour, on the hour. It's like, no, 28, gotta get up and go to work.
That's my time.
Yeah. And she's like, you know, she's like miserable in bed too. He gets up there. We get to see his whole hammy ass like walk out of the room. Like,
if you thought we were done with the ham ass, you were so wrong. The sex scene might be over, but the ham ass walks on.
And there's like rose petals falling off Lisa's back that look like pepperonis, not rose petals. Like,
They do look like pepperonis.
And yeah, and she looks kind of miserable and defeated, which should not happen if you know, you actually just fucked all night with your husband, or sorry, future wife,
future husband.
Future husband, yeah. So fiance is not mentioned once in this movie. And
we have a theory that he's trying to avoid any contact with his former country, France, by saying any remotely French word. So yeah, and everybody's future wife and future husband.
So Lisa and Claudette, who's her mother, get into conversation. And
Tommy's gone to work. Lisa's at home. Her mother barges right in, as she will many times in this movie.
And she's like, just like, she's an annoying character. Like, Lisa's going about how, like, she does not love Johnny anymore. He's boring. Like, you know, like, but Lisa's mom is just like, oh, like, you can't support yourself. Like, you're such a great guy. Johnny's the best guy. Like, you have to still marry him. And Lisa's like, oh, he's so boring, Mom. And this conversation is just like, we have this conversation a lot between them. We won't repeat them a lot, but it's just pretty much like...
This is a scene that happens like 5 times in the movie.
Yeah.
Claudette comes over. Lisa complains about Johnny. Johnny is clearly a financial benefactor to not only Lisa, but Claudette. So she fights tooth and nail for Lisa to continue being with him, despite any objection Lisa might throw up. Some of which are quite legitimate.
Yeah, very much so. And so, like, eventually, like, she just, like, leaves and everything. And Lisa gets on the phone there, and on the, beside the phone, there is a framed photo of a spoon. And every time you see the framed photo of the spoon, the audience goes nuts and starts throwing plastic spoons at the screen.
Another thing that The Room did like nobody else, interior design.
Yeah.
Framed spoon photos. The vanguard of interior design.
And I think they just went to, like, some, like, dollar store and, like, found, like, some, like, you know, generic photo frame and just...
And didn't replace the picture?
I think that's what it was. Like, there's, like, no real logic behind it. Like, I have a cop... Like, I bought from Greg Sestro the framed photo of the spoon there. And I have a signed copy. It's like, oh, hi, Brian, Greg. Like...
Your signed copy of the DVD also says, oh, hi, Brian, from Tommy.
Yeah, I also have that poster of The Room that's behind you right now that has oh, hi, Brian as well from Greg.
Oh, hi, Brian.
I also have a signed photo from Tommy Wiseau. Where is that? Is it over there somewhere?
Does it also say, oh, hi, Brian?
Yeah, over there, yep. Yeah, framed photo of Tommy Wiseau. So, like, I think it says, oh, hi, Brian, yeah. My friend Kevin and Rachel, who are going to be future guests for this podcast at some point, they got me some of his underwear. Tommy Wiseau brand underwear.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. I think it's at the farm right now. I have it on me right now. But, yeah, they just came with a framed photo of Tommy Wiseau. With, it wasn't framed. I framed it myself, but it came with, like, a postcard thing with Tommy Wiseau. I was like, I gotta get this framed, of course.
Obviously.
I'm a big fan of this movie. I'd give this movie 5 stars on Letterboxd easily.
If you ever change the name of this podcast, I think Oh, Hi, Brian should be your next choice.
Yeah. So, framed photo of the spoon there, but by that is the phone, and he uses the phone to call up Mark. And Mark is played by Greg Sestro, and he's just sitting in a car with sunglasses on, hey, Lisa, I'm very busy.
Yeah, he's doing a lot in a non-moving car.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, come on over and everything. So Mark comes on over, and Lisa's, he sits down in a chair, and Lisa's just trying to seduce him. And so
very overtly.
She has, like, she takes off, like, part of her cardigan off and, like, has the dress on. And, like, and just, Mark says, like, the candles, the music, the sexy dress, what's going on here? Like, there's no
what could it be?
There's no candles. There's no music playing. There's no sexy dress. and like, she's going like, oh, I don't love John anymore. I love you. I dream about you every night. And he's like so resistant, like, no, like, Johnny's my best friend. Like, I cannot ever do this to him.
We have to say, though, his reaction is quite muted.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, like, standing up and walking out. He's not going, like, what are you talking about? Yeah. It's just kind of like, Johnny's my best friend.
Yeah. And so, like...
He doesn't really seem to be that upset about this whole turn of events.
Yeah, so, of course, they fuck on the staircase.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's the second sex scene in the movie, and it takes place within the first 10 minutes, if not the first 7 minutes.
Yeah. The only reason it takes so long, it would take that long, is because the first sex scene is so long.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. Most of what's already happened up until this point is the first sex scene. So, of course, we gotta have another sex scene.
So, like, the song called You Are My Rose starts playing, which
and this is my personal pick for song of the movie.
That's a big one, yeah. Like, it plays at the end credits as well. Like, it's a, the popular song of the film. Popular, quote unquote.
I would be lying if I said that I didn't get it onto that song at least once in my life.
Are you serious?
I'll leave that for the viewers to decide.
Can you imagine, like, surprising someone, like, you're boning, like, oh, like, here's my playlist. It's very romantic. Like, oh, what's this song? Like, oh, it's like You Are My Rose. Like, oh, it's so beautiful. Like, what's it from? Like, oh, some independent...
Just a little independent. Some indie film.
Musician, yeah.
Probably haven't heard of it, babe.
Yeah. I always kind of want, like, if I get married, I want to have, like, Smell Your Dick, the piano version, play at a wedding.
As she comes down the aisle.
Yeah. Like, no lyrics, just have the piano bit of Smell Your Dick.
Yeah, who would know?
Like, it has a nice piano part, but then, like, the lyrics come along as well. If you've never heard Smell Your Dick before, it's a great song.
This is a great time to educate yourself. Just put this on pause. Run, don't walk to your nearest YouTube with ad block on.
Yeah. And
or Bandcamp. I hope Smell Your Dick is on Bandcamp. Please, God, let Smell Your Dick be on Bandcamp.
It's like, so the Smell Your Dick is about a woman who, her partner's coming home like 5 a.m. Something's going wrong. Can I smell your dick?
It's basically like the female version of Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
Something's going wrong.
Yeah.
She knows it. She's got this queasy feeling that the love of her life is engaged with someone else.
And the way that
the
way she's going to solve it is that she's going to smell her partner's penis for some vaginal juices to see if it's someone else that he's having. Is this going to be the home brand? Is this going to be the familiar scent? Mm. Or is there going to be some foreign particles going on my nose here? Yeah.
And I mean, if you have that kind of a sense of smell, good on you.
Yeah.
I can't fault you for that.
My favorite part of Smell Your Dick as a song is the rap part, where it's from the perspective of the guy. He has a line where it's like...
Yeah, he gets a chance to...
He gets a chance to defend himself, and he says, like, I may break bread with 1 or 2 strippers, smoke a lot of weed, drink a lot of liquor. Like, that's a great line. Breaking bread with strippers, that's a great defense. Like, like...
Also, what is it a metaphor for?
Yeah.
Fucking them? Yeah. Because if breaking bread is a metaphor for fucking, I have a bunch of songs to write tonight. Anyway, back to this infidelity.
So we got, speaking of beautiful music with Smell Your Dick and You Are My Rose. So they fuck on the staircase, and it's like a weird sex scene. So like, Greg Sestero said like he would do the sex scenes, but he didn't want to take his pants off.
So yeah, you basically get a sex scene from the chest up of testosterone.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they did it on the staircase, so that more of Lisa could be exposed, who did not have as many qualms about exposure as testosterone.
Yeah.
The nips are once again out. Mm-hmm. It is highly gratuitous. But, despite the fact that the, vision of Tommy Wiseau's ass is eternally burned in my brain, I'm never going to know what the testosterone looks like from behind.
Yeah.
I respect him for this.
At one point, though, Lisa puts her hand down the back of his pants.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much puts the finger right into the anus.
It's very clear where that finger is going.
Yeah, like, that finger has a mission. It has a destination.
That finger is a mission from God.
It's like the torpedo in Death Star trench run. That's going right into that small little hole back there. And, so they fuck on the staircase, and they finish, and...
Despite the fact than Mark has really not put up any defense at all whatsoever. Like, he did not in any way try to fight Lisa off.
Yeah.
He seemed like a extraordinarily willing participant in the staircase act. But as soon as it's over, he's like, how could you do this to me?
Yeah.
It's like, brother, it takes two to tango to you or my rose.
It's post-nut clarity, right? Like, it's just like, he's just like, fuck, what have I done? Like, which, like, you know, relatable, but, like, it's like, he's like, Johnny's my best friend. Like, he's like, what are we, like, what do we do? And Lisa's like, oh, you didn't enjoy it? Like, that's not the point. Which isn't a yes, it is not a no either.
Oh, did you not have a good time?
Yeah. And, like, it's like, okay, it'll be our secret. We cannot tell anyone about it. Like, we're going to move on past this.
And it's never going to happen again.
And we get to the...
That's a lie.
It's going to be their secret. And then we get to the... Then we cut to Johnny in the flower shop scene.
Oh, this is... I mean, if you've ever seen any part of the room before, it was probably this.
Yeah.
Or maybe the rooftop scene. But this is a close contender.
So he walks in the flower shop. He does a bad park job that gets to the flower shop.
Oh, yeah. His driving in this movie is just abysmal. Like, could they not have hired a stunt driver? No.
I'll
They're too busy spending
I'll
movie
explain
on
why
candles.
in a second. So, gets into the store there, and he's like, oh, hi, can I have a dozen red roses, please? Like, oh, hey, Johnny, I didn't realize it was you. That's me. Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy. You're my favorite customer. And there's, like, a pug on the shelf there, and Tommy Wiseau just, like, rubs the pug on the head. And so, this is the last scene they shot for the movie. So, just go to a random flower shop, everything there. So, it
on
is...
location in San Francisco.
Yeah. So it's Tommy and Greg Sestero driving around town and getting a shot done. And so goes to this flower shop. There's like a real woman who owns, has this flower shop there. And so they finish shooting the scene there, which is has insane dialogue. And Tommy Wiseau says to the woman, "Is like, is your dog real?" And she's like, "What? Your dog, is it real or fake?" She's like, "My dog is real." Yeah.
There's nothing about this dog that suggests it would be fake.
But like, he was just like confused, like why this dog would be fake or real. Like, he was just like baffled by the concept there, and that was the final scene they shot for the movie.
Unbelievable.
So there's no stunt driver because like, it was literally just them just like getting the pickup shots at the end of the film. There, they did that. They filmed the establishing shot of Alcatraz there.
They filmed them running in a park.
Yeah, yeah.
Their Brokeback Mountain escapades.
Yeah. So Johnny gets home and he delivers the flowers to Lisa. And
another present for his princess.
Yeah. So it's a dozen red roses for Lisa. And he's all sad, though, because he did not get the promotion at the bank.
The one that Lisa's mother was so sure that he would get, and which she used as an argument for Lisa staying with Johnny just a few scenes earlier.
He's so miserable. He's like they'll put my ideas into practice. Like, they promised me they would do this. Bitching. Like, they betray me, and I don't care anymore. I'm like, you clearly care, buddy. You care a lot. And Lisa's like, want to order a pizza? It's like, whatever. I already ordered you one.
Ha ha! You think of everything.
So the pizza order is
fucking disgusting. It's half Canadian bacon and pineapple,
and
half artichoke, and light cheese.
And pesto.
Light on the cheese. Oh, and pesto.
Yeah.
Light on the cheese. Both of those pizzas separately are a mid pizza at best.
Yeah.
But half and half and light cheese. What are you doing?
Yeah. What the fuck is going on with him? And so
nothing about this movie makes sense, including the pizza order.
Yeah. And so the pizza arrives, and like Lisa's like, "Hey, we should drink, because you're not in a great mood. Let's go drink." So Lisa comes in the room with a bottle full of whiskey, but half full, and a bottle of vodka.
She's about to make the infamous Scotchka.
Which I've tried before, and it's
which you've brought in a flask to the room.
I brought in a flask of theater to the room before, and I almost wanted to die.
My lord, there's no better way to take the paint off a wall, or to black out.
Yeah.
It's just not a good idea.
And so like Johnny doesn't drink, so like this is like a big thing for him to be drinking. And Lisa's like, we gotta convince him, like, just have a little sip, do it for me. So he does, like, oh well, it tastes good, which is insane. That looks disgusting. And so
then again, this is a man that thinks that pizza order that we discussed previously tastes good. So who knows what's really going on with those taste buds.
Now they're all like, they're wasted. Lisa has like a tie around her head because of bandana, and like they're complete wasted. He's like, you have nice legs, like you have nice pecs. Like, I'm tired, I'm wasted. I love you, darling. oh, make love to me. Oh, it's like, come on, please, you owe me one. There's a lot of like, you owe me ones when it comes to
That's how she convinced testosterone to come over earlier. You owe me one.
Yeah, but I wanted the Room prequel. We need to figure out like how like
we do
figure out like, what are all these favors called in for. Like, maybe like Lisa's in the right. Maybe like
maybe they did owe her one.
Yeah, maybe Lisa,
she's just out there saving lives on the regular.
Yeah, maybe Lisa like killed someone on Tommy's behalf and like now it has to do him a solid. And so actually says like, come on, make love to me. And I was like, oh fuck, like they have sex again because it's been like what 10 minutes in the movie they've not fucked.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes into the movie, so we need to have our regulated sex scene, and it is the same sex scene as the first sex scene. Yeah,
there's a couple of new shots in it, but there's a lot of reused footage.
A lot of that same ham ass.
Yeah. In my notes, I have this is the third sex scene in 26 minutes of runtime.
26?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like it comes so fast.
That's like more than most pornos. Like that is a lot of sex scenes.
Honestly, yeah, that is more sex.
I think Anora may be the only one that has more sex scenes per minute than this movie.
Those are so short.
They're very short.
Like runtime sex scenes, for sure. The Room takes the cake.
Absolutely.
These are long, gratuitous sex scenes.
Yeah.
They're so long that they're awkward.
They're so awkward.
It's funny because on one side of the equation, this could be a movie that lots of people have jacked off to. But on the other side, because the scenes are so long and drawn out and horrifying, it could also be one of the movies that the fewest people in the world have ever jacked off to. Mm-hmm. Possible.
Like, have you seen Blue is the Warmest Color?
I have seen Blue is the Warmest Color.
That's a movie where, like, oh, cool, sex scenes. Like, I love sex scenes in movies. I love watching girls, like, mash their titties together. And then, like, oh, this has been going on for 15 minutes. Like, it was over with.
It is a lesbian movie. Like, those sex scenes are gonna be long.
They're very long.
It's just true to the form.
Yeah. But it's
just the way it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's just like, that's a movie where, like, the sex scene's like, okay, well, this could have been, like, 10 minutes shorter.
Brian is saying, as someone who loves to watch ladies get all up on each other.
Absolutely love it, yeah.
Even that was too much ladies getting up on each other for me.
Yeah. And just like The Room, the sex scenes were not ethically shot.
No.
Yeah.
No. The Room and Blue is the Warmest Color have that in common. Unethically shot sex scenes. Blue is the worst. Who directed that one? It was a big name director, right?
Oh,
he's no better
French
than Tommy
guy.
Wiseau.
Yeah, what was it? I have it over there on my shelf somewhere.
Yeah. You're no better than Tommy Wiseau. I hope you're listening to this. Asshole.
So apparently that guy, he made what we call like Mektop is a trilogy. And it's like basically a coming of age story of like a young woman who goes on a vacation and has a lot of sex and like that. So the first one came out at Cannes Film Festival back like 2018, something like that. They made a sequel, which apparently is so disastrous that like they never released it. Where apparently people were just like, it's just a movie like a lot of people like it's just butts for like 3 hours long.
3 hours? What happened in the third movie?
They filmed it back to back, but then there's a lawsuit with the actors where like they were trying to block the release because I think there was some maybe been an underage actor in one of the nude scenes.
My goodness.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's called Mektop. There's like 3 of them. And, like, I am fascinated to see these movies because, like, if a movie got so, like...
If
a movie was, like, not allowed to I think the third one was not allowed because of this underage stuff. The second one was not, like, released because, like, this is too gratuitous. The nude scenes are just too gratuitous. There's so much people just, like, having butts everywhere. There's no plot at all. It's just, like, naked people and butts going around for, like, 3 hours. Like, I have to see how atrocious this movie is.
It's kind of like what we were talking about before with the no refund sign.
Yeah.
I'm in. The movie literally could not be released because the sex was too gratuitous. God, get me a copy.
Yeah. Like, I've never walked out of a movie before. I feel like if I'm big on sunk cost fallacies. Like, if I paid money for a ticket, I'm watching the whole damn movie.
I walked out of Blast from the Past as a 10-year-old child.
People say that movie's good, but I think the movie's very boring.
I was expecting... if you look at just, like, the number of times and the pure amount of enjoyment I've received out of a movie, objectively, George of the Jungle starring Brendan Fraser is probably my favorite movie.
Yeah.
So I was expecting a romp like that. Mm-hmm. And it's a very, it's an adult movie. So it was, I was too young for Blast from the Past.
I think it's a very boring movie, so I don't blame you for
I'm glad that my opinion from all that time ago still holds up.
Yeah. I think it might be an episode for the podcast, though, because people do like that movie. So where were we? Again, right, the third sex scene is going on, and it's not exciting.
It's the same, pretty much, as the one that we've already seen.
And so...
Except Denny's not there.
Denny's not there, but...
Or is he?
Yeah.
We have a theory that Denny secretly is always there for the sex scenes. He has a key to their apartment. He's clearly interested. Mm-hmm. He wants to fuck Lisa. Mm-hmm. I think this is a very valid theory that Denny is actually there.
He's like in the rafters or something. He's
in
like
the rafters.
And the fire escape is like lurking, just like
with like a tin can to his ear to the door to hear Johnny grunting and thrusting.
Oh. He makes such disgusting grunts too. Like
he truly does.
Like how I don't understand how people can be attracted to men. Like men are just weird and disgusting. Like look at Tommy Wiseau. He's one of us, and it's just like how the fuck do you look at this form?
I don't know how anyone could be attracted to men after watching Tommy Wiseau do his thing. Says someone who is basically heterosexual.
Yeah, basically. So this next scene, so like sex scene's over, and the song "Crazy" is going on. The song "Crazy" is not very good.
No, it's no "You Are My Rose."
No, absolutely.
And it's definitely no "I Will."
Yeah. And so now it's another scene with Lisa and her mom, and it's another one that's like you should still marry Johnny. But this scene, Claudette's going on about that jerk Harold. So Harold's her brother, and Harold like wants the house.
I thought Harold was an ex-husband.
That's someone else.
That she talks about like within 7 seconds.
That's Edward. Edward's her brother.
She definitely just steamrolls the conversation to talk about all the people that she thinks are doing her wrong.
Yeah, which like I've met people like this who are just like
for sure. Yeah. Lisa has brought up in a moment of clarity for us all why she was so keen to get Johnny drunk and be nice to him. That she's making an accusation that Johnny physically abused her the night before, which Claudette just absolutely tramples and ignores so that she can like level shit on her brother and her ex-husband.
Yeah, and also Claudette says like, "Oh, and I'm dying."
Out of nowhere.
The test results came in. I definitely have breast cancer.
I definitely have breast cancer. Like literally delivered in such a nonchalant,
and it never comes back up ever again.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. It's never once again mentioned.
Yeah. And, like, that's the thing about the room is such a fascinating tapestry of all these characters, like, their lives and what's going on with them, but, like, doesn't mean anything. Like, no. And, like, cancer comes, cancer is never spoken of again. People come, people disappear. I would love this longer version that originally existed where, like, there's a lot more monologues that they had to cut out.
Oh, my God. An extended cut of the room would do numbers. Can you imagine? It's time.
I'm not sure if they filmed it, but like he did write a lot more monologues for characters and speeches.
Oh, they'd have to kind of go back,
which they should still do. Yeah, so Claudette is just being a whiny and vindictive woman, and so now we get it.
But in such a like she's not doing it in a she's just so kind of like nonchalant about the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this guy who wants half of my house, and this guy who fucked me over. It's like, all right,
yeah.
You gotta respect the attitude.
And so now we get introduced to new characters, Michelle and Mike. And they've just sneaked into the apartment.
Which are just male and female versions of the same name.
Yeah.
Michael and Michelle.
Mm-hmm. Very lazy writing. And so they're
maybe they just wanted to say that they were soulmates.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that these characters are very sporadic, they do make it through the whole movie, which is more than can be said for other characters.
Yeah. And they're not... Yeah, they're bizarre. They sneak in there to make out with each other. And
well, that's not all they do.
Oh yeah, well they
eat chocolates off each other.
Yeah, they get a box of chocolate. It's like, oh, do you know chocolate is the symbol of love? And she gets him to take off his shirt. It's like he lifts off his shirt like he's like a little boy. He lift his arms up, almost like a ref saying, "Hey, the field goal is good." And takes her up, and he's eating his chocolate, munching in on it. And she's kissing him down his chest and getting close to his crotch. It makes a big O face.
Immediately.
It's
almost like Muppet,
yeah.
This face.
This guy looks like Sugar Ray. He looks like a guy from the early 2000s. He looks like Lem from The Shield. He looks like
he looks like all of Len amalgamated into one person.
Yeah. It's just it's baffling what he looks like. It's an early 2000s, the Frosted Tips kind of thing. It's a...
Big time.
A man from an old previous... From that modern era, but...
they don't make him like that
They don't
anymore.
make him anymore. They should. They should.
They should. Bring that back. Bring that back. Everything old is new again. The 2000s are coming back. I can't wait to see Frosted Tips.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Gonna make my boy get
It's
them.
gotta happen.
It's gotta happen.
Oh, him with Frosted Tips would be so funny.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
That'd be...
Next Halloween, maybe.
Oh, man, you should do that. That'd be hilarious. Yes, do it. So Claudette and Lisa walk in the room again. They're wearing different outfits, so it means it's a different day. And they claim they're doing homework, but they leave. But then Mike runs back in. He forgot something.
Oh, I should grab a book.
He's trying to grab his book and everything, and he ends up grabbing some underwear, and Claudette's like holding his like jersey stained underwear like in front of his face, like.
I mean, when Claudette walks in the room, he's got his shirt on inside out and backwards.
With
like,
a tag on.
He still has the O face.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question what's been going on here.
Yeah.
This guy has all the subtlety of ammunitions factory going up in flames.
Yeah. Claudette says, like, if you were a burglar, you'd be my best friend. And it's like, okay. And then Danny comes in this room, and he's like, there to like borrow some flour. And
yeah, what are you doing baking, Danny?
Yeah. And so, like, get some flour, and then, like, Lisa explains to Claudette about how, Johnny is an incredible guy. Johnny wants to adopt Danny because Johnny's such a good guy.
That's why Denny's here.
Yeah,
Denny is the Pluto of this.
Yeah, Denny, Denny, he doesn't have parents. So many kids don't have parents these days, and Denny wants to go to school. Johnny's going to help pay for the school and everything, give him a place to live. And Lisa's just like, you can't leave Johnny. He's a good guy. Which, like, Lisa's like, yeah, absolutely. Lisa just explained to her why Johnny's such a great guy. And then,
the problem isn't that Johnny's a great guy. The problem is that Lisa doesn't love him anymore.
Exactly.
Because he's terrible and bad.
Exactly, yeah. And, so now we get to the famous Chris R scene.
Oh, clearly the pinnacle of cinema.
So
we got to meet our Joy, yet another new character.
Mm-hmm.
Undoubtedly the best actor in this movie.
100%, no doubt about it. So Danny's up on the rooftop, and this rooftop, they instead of filming on a real roof, they've filmed it on a lot with a green screen.
Yep.
And so like Chris R shows up. He's like a guy like a toque and a tank top, and he's like very threatening to Danny. And he's asking Danny like, "Hey, where's my fucking money?" And Danny's like, "Oh, it'll be 5 minutes, Chris R.
It's coming right away. Just give me a couple of minutes." Which is like, who is bringing you money on a rooftop?
Yeah.
And also, why are you fucking with this guy?
Yeah. Like, is there gonna be like a little pigeon drop in the air, like like a sack?
How is this coming? Yeah, is someone gonna frisbee it up to you?
Is some Bitcoin going to go to his wallet magically? Like, it's like, what's going on?
Are you
here?
getting an e-transfer in 2003, Danny?
Yeah.
Like,
and so like,
how is a minute gonna help you, bro?
So Chris R decides like whatever money Danny has is worth going to jail for, so he puts a gun to his head and like puts him towards the ground, and
he wants his fucking money.
He wants where's my fucking money, Danny? And then Johnny and
luckily Johnny and his best friend Mark
show up out of nowhere.
They, for the first time, are together on screen, the best friends, in the nick of time to presumably kill Chris R.
Yeah.
Because they tackle him, lead him off of the roof with a gun to his head.
Yeah.
And then come back a very short amount of time
within
later.
a few minutes, yeah. Because Claudette and Lisa are not comforting him, they're screaming at him.
Yeah, they're just abusing him.
They're abusing him.
Screaming and yelling at him, demanding to know what the fuck is going on.
And it's so funny because like Lisa's like, what kind of money is it? What kind of money are you talking about?
Yeah,
what kind of drugs?
Kind of money is it? Like,
what kind of drugs are you on? Like, it doesn't matter what kind of money is it if it's like
Monopoly money.
Yeah, it's just Monopoly money. Like Chris R for some MDMA. Like it's like I don't know. It's like it's such like a very heightened dramatic scene. And like Claudette's just like screaming, like, a man like that with a gun. Like, how would you get involved with this? Like, it's a big deal. It's like, you're not my fucking mother, says Danny, which is a great line.
Yeah, it is. He wants Lisa to be his fucking mother.
And then Johnny comes over and comforts him, like, by grasping him by the hair, like, pulling him around and stuff. And, like, the family unit's a little back together again. And then the next scene, it's Mark lying down with a bunch of candles beside him. The phone call with Lisa. Lisa's like, oh, Mark, I miss you. What are you talking about? I just saw you.
The candle budget for this movie was off the charts.
Yeah.
Because everybody's house is just loaded with candles.
And this is her, like, I miss you, lover boy. And then we, again, like, useless scene. We cut to the next scene, which is the famous one. I've already posted on the Blue Sky on Twitter, where it's Johnny on the rooftop. He has a big water bottle in his hand. He emerges. It's like,
it's not true.
It's bullshit. It's not. It's bullshit. It's not true. I did not hit her. I did not hit her. I did not.
I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And throws the water bottle. Oh, hi, Mark.
And Mark,
immediate shift.
And Mark is just sitting there with a football on a chair, like, oh, hey, Johnny.
No guilt.
And they start talking about girls.
Which, like, bro, why are you broaching this topic with the future husband of the woman that you fucked?
Yeah.
On his staircase in his home?
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is something you should steer clear of for the next little while until you figure your shit out and stop fucking this girl.
Yeah. It's
just
like,
a thought.
And, like, Mark brings up a story of, like, oh, yeah, like, people are crazy these days. Like, I know a guy, like, who beat up a girl so bad. Like, showing up at a hospital in Guerrero Street.
To which Johnny responds to with a hearty laugh.
So, apparently, Guerrero Street was where Tommy Wiseau was living at a point in time.
Probably no hospital in Guerrero Street.
So Mark was just Greg's sister was improvising, and it really pissed off Tommy a lot because, like, oh, you're telling me where I live. You're breaking my privacy. You're breaking my security. So it was a weird reaction. It's a very weird scene, and like Mark goes on, like Tommy's just like, oh, like, what about that girl Betty? What's her name? And he goes on about this Betty girl he's seeing, and it's just like, oh yeah, sometimes like they're crazy, sometimes they're dumb as hell. I don't like them at all. And Johnny says like, oh, my Lisa's great when I can get it. Like, you've had sex 3 times this movie already. Like, it's not like...
She's not exactly holding out on you, bro.
And Tommy has a great line. It's like, it seems to be you're the expert on women, Mark. Definitely an expert. What's buffering you, Mark? And Mark leaves, and then Danny shows up, and they talk about going to see a movie. And Tommy has a great line. It's like, let's not plan too much. It might not turn out right. Like, just go see a movie. Like, why are you making a big deal about, like, not making a plan to see whatever's playing in the theater? Like,
it is absolutely insane behavior, in my opinion, to just show up to a theater and hope that there is a movie you want to see playing at the time you get there.
Yeah.
That's diabolical to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah. In 2003, like, maybe...
And I'm not exactly type A.
Yeah.
So...
In, like, 2003, like, maybe we could see, like, Kill Bill in the theater, or, like, Lord of the Rings, like, Return of the King. So
you know what? You're right. In 2003, you were definitely more likely to hit.
Yeah, 2003 is a good year for movies, yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
There's plenty of good options out there. You see Seabiscuit in the theater?
How would I choose between the 3?
Yeah.
I would choose Lord of the Rings. Let's just get that 100%, right now.
So, Danny's going on about, he confesses to Johnny that he's in love with Lisa. Like, he loves her dress, he wants to kiss her and tell her he loves her. And,
which makes him more of a man than Mark.
Yeah. And Johnny's just, like, the way he responds is kind of, like, blankly. And then he's like, oh, like, you know, like, it's okay to love Lisa. Like, you know, Lisa loves you too as a friend, as a human being. And you can love someone deep inside your heart, and there's nothing wrong with it. And if a lot of people love each other, the world will be a better place.
And I, for the first time, saw the special feature where Tommy Wiseau was talking a little bit about the movie. And he stands by that. If everybody just loved each other, the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau for president of the world.
Good philosopher, yeah. And then Danny then just suddenly pivots like, oh yeah, I'm actually seeing this girl named Elizabeth, and I love her, I want to marry her. And I was like, okay.
That's a big pivot.
A huge pivot. Did you just make her up? Like,
well, Johnny asks about her. Like, this is the same, within, like, 3 minutes on this rooftop, he's confronted both of his best people about women they have in their lives. Betty and Elizabeth. Could it be the same person?
Yeah. That's our theory.
That's our theory. It's just one chick.
Yeah. And then Johnny's like, let's get something to eat. Huh? And now Lisa's talking to Michelle. She's saying, like, Johnny hit her, and now she's leaving with Mark. Like,
she's hoping to get a little more sympathy for the physical abuse than she got from her mother, which was exactly 0. Yeah. And she's also, I don't know, expecting, like, a fucking pat on the back for cheating on her fiancé with his best friend. Yeah. Because she seems to be, like, quite surprised when Michelle's like, maybe you should not do that.
Yeah.
Then she's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I thought this was going to be, like, a high-five fest.
Mm-hmm. And during this whole scene, Juliette Danielle, Lisa's actress, on her neck, there's, like, a muscle or, like, tumor pulsating on it.
Or alien, baby.
Yeah, it's bizarre to look at. It's so distracting once you notice it.
It is, yeah, truly. Once your attention is drawn to it, you can't look away.
And it says, like, oh, so, like, the scene ends with, like, Michelle and her saying a secret safe for them. But Johnny over here is like, oh, we're talking about a secret. And Michelle leaves and just, like, leaves the whole thing. And,
yeah, smart decision.
And, like, Johnny's just like, oh, you gotta, like, trust me because you're my future wife. Like, oh, I might be able to change my mind on us getting married. And she wants to go upstairs and...
Go to bed. Again, the broad daylight. Seems to be a theme.
And Johnny's just like... Johnny takes her, like, throws her against the couch, like, how dare you talk to me like that? You should tell me everything. Talk to me, please. You were everything in my life. I could not go on without you. And Lisa's scared. And...
You're scaring me, Johnny, she says.
And
despite the fact that he's, like, fulfilling her fake report of physical abuse by throwing her down on the couch multiple times.
Yeah. And then he says, like, you're lying. I never hit you. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Yeah, I guess that I should rescind my original comment. If you've ever seen any part of The Room, that's the part you've seen.
There's a lot of scenes you've probably seen in The Room. The Room is has a lot of banger scenes. And, like, she's like, oh, why are you so hysterical? Then he slams her against the couch again, like, do you understand life, do you? And then, like, she gets up and goes up to her bed. It's like, don't worry about it. Everything will be all right.
She just kind of shakes her head in disgust.
You drive me crazy. Don't worry, I still love you.
Don't worry, everything will be all right is the same thing that Mark told her before they fucked on that staircase.
Yeah. And then we, San Francisco Bridge, another scene of that, which goes on forever. Then we go
so long.
Then they go to the back alley where they're playing some football around.
Yeah, it talks to old pigskin like men, American men.
And Mike's just telling the story about the underwear scene again, which is kind of boring.
Yeah, the scene we literally just saw is getting re-described to us.
So you don't have to say it all over again, but it ends with like them like Johnny, Mike, Denny, and Mark just throwing the football around, and then like Mark is just like, underwear? What's the underwear story? Underwear? And it's like hits Mike and he falls into a garbage can, like he gets like a concussion.
Yeah, like he just starts acting like he's been completely KO'd.
Yeah.
After taking this huge fall.
Yeah.
And he has been completely KO'd because we don't see him again in the movie until the end of the movie.
Until the party, yeah.
He doesn't come back. He's not in the all-boys scenes that come in the future.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back for ages.
Yeah.
Because he's getting treated for his fucking brain injury from hitting the dumpster.
Yeah. And then, like, another scene with Lisa and Claudette. Similar scene as always before. She's talking with her friend Shirley Hamilton. Shirley Hamilton is her friend who wants to buy a house.
The only person in this entire movie who has a last name is Shirley Hamilton.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess like Chris R is like Chris -R.
He has a last initial.
Yeah.
But not who knows? The R might stand for rock hard.
Ooh, I like that.
Chris Rock Hard.
Chris Rock Hard. And so Lisa's mom is like, getting Johnny to pay for her friends to buy houses.
Yeah.
And Johnny is also paying for Denny's place. Johnny's also paying for a wedding too. How much money does this guy fucking have?
He, like, obviously that promotion at the bank would have been to him being, like, the owner of the bank.
People are parasites around this guy.
This guy's fucking loaded, yeah.
And
that's why they all put up with him.
Yeah, so they leave, but Johnny gets the hint that something's going on between, like, Lisa and someone else. So Johnny's, like, he's, like, snooping at the staircase. He's just, like, looking upon them. It's like, he's going to show them, he's going to record everything. So he grabs a tape recorder and hooks out the phone to record conversations in the future. So wiretapping his own apartment.
Yeah, he's been present on a totally visible see-through metal staircase for the entirety of the conversation that Lisa has just had with her mother.
Yeah.
Why isn't he at work? Why didn't they notice him?
How could they not smell him?
Incredible question.
And so, next scene is that Johnny is now back in the same room. Johnny's pouring a tall bottle of water for him and his friend Peter. Peter is a psychologist, and
another new character. And what is this, like 45 minutes into the movie that we're getting another new character?
And Johnny's going about like how he gives him to women; they're always playing games, and he's like how he doesn't think Lisa's faithful to him. And this Peter actor is staring right into the camera the entire time as he talks. And
it's crazy how much happens in the first, like, 15 minutes of this movie, and then how little happens in the next, like, hour.
I know, right? It's like
they're all just talking about what happened in the first 15 minutes, or didn't happen in the first 15 minutes.
And, like, Peter's like, oh, maybe we should confront Lisa, like, but he doesn't want to get between, like, their friend, they're all friends, they don't want to, fuck up their friendship. And Johnny's just like, I can't confront her. After all, she's my future wife. And you know what they say? Love is blind. Which I don't think is...
They do say that, but
not
in this context.
Yeah. So Mark shows up, and he's talking about a girl he's seeing who's, like, married. Like, it's a big whole thing.
Another time where, like, people in this movie just can't stop bringing up the shit that they need to not be bringing up
I know,
at that
right?
moment. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I'm seeing a girl. She's married. Or about to be. To you.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
And, like...
Be chill, brother.
And because he says, like, yeah, this girl's married. Like, and Johnny's like, can I meet her? It's like, no, like, cannot. She's married. He's like, oh, why not? Is she too old? Do you think I'll take her away from you? Ha, ha, ha. He's like, I have my own problems. And Peter's like, oh, what are your problems, Johnny? Even though you just told me what their problems are. And he's like, yells at Peter, like, Peter, you always play psychiatrist with us. Like, fuck off, buddy. You asked him for help like a minute ago.
Yeah.
What a bad friend. And...
No wonder Peter leaves this movie roughly 10 minutes later.
Yeah. And, like, Johnny makes a whole big stink about how Lisa's teasing if they're going to get married or not. They haven't made love in a while.
Probably 3 days.
Less than half an hour of runtime. And Peter suggests, like, telling her about her feelings. People are people. Sometimes they can't see their own faults. Peter says, and he flickers his eyes at the camera so we can see him. And, Mark, they changed the conversation to running beta break, which was like a race. The scene is, like, completely incomprehensible. Like, I had to, like...
Oh my god. They are just jumping between the biggest points.
And, like, they they want to run a race. Peter's like, I don't want to run a race. And there's like, oh, Peter, you're still a little chicken. Sheep, 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 sheep. Like, they don't know what chickens sound like.
This is the joke that I was hoping Arrested Development was referencing.
And, like, you know, they just ramble on for a little bit longer, and they talk about, hey, do you want to play cards? Like, oh, we cannot play cards. I expect Lisa any minute now. See,
If she sees me playing cards, she'll flip. I lost the fucking house last time.
And then he goes on about how, hey, like, you never told us how you met Lisa. I was like, oh, a very interesting story. So, like...
Also, before that happens, Mark makes a weird, like, misogynist thing about, like, you gotta show her how it is. Aren't you getting married? Like, who's the boss of this house? Like, you can play cards whenever the fuck you want. Who gives a fuck about her?
Yeah.
Like, comes out of nowhere.
You're the guy who's dicking her.
Yeah, like, what are you on about? Like, what do you mean you have to show her who's boss? It, like...
Yeah. And, like, so then Johnny's going on about how he met Lisa, which is a very, very boring story, but he claims it's interesting. Where it's like, I came to America, 2 suitcases, a $2,000 check, you know, say
that
the
he couldn't cash because
YMCA,
it was an out-of-state bank.
Which is why go into detail about why he could not cash the check? Like,
he just wanted to make sure that everybody still knew he was a stand-up guy.
Yeah. And so,
I couldn't cash the check. Not because I was a ski guy. Yeah. Not because of any fault of me.
Yeah.
I'm Johnny, remember?
Yeah.
I'm the good guy here.
He's a great guy, yeah. Great guy. Loves all his friends. Loves his future wife. And he talks about how he worked as a busboy at a hotel. And he saw Lisa one day drinking coffee, so he harassed her and, like, you know, and, bother her while he was working. And, like, Mark's is like, hey, what's the interesting part? And it's like, oh, the interesting part is, like, she paid for the first date. Like, fuck off. Like, that's the... Okay,
first of all, that's not the interesting part.
Yeah. Okay, you're just a cheap guy. And, like, then, like, you know, speak of the devil, Lisa shows up. And Denny is there, too. And, like, there's such... Danny's just looking out a window weirdly, and...
Noticing clearly the obvious fucking sexual tension between Lisa and Mark.
Yeah, they're staring at each other, and, like, everyone...
Oh, I didn't mean to scare you off. You should hang around for a bit.
Yeah.
Lisa has such weird energy.
I don't like her. Like...
The energy is insane. Well, you're not supposed to like her, so good job, Tommy Wiseau. Yeah. You really nailed that.
And so, like, Lisa and Danny, they, like, crouch down on the floor instead of sitting on chairs, and there's, like...
The door is still open. They're sitting in the open front door on the floor talking about... Danny's like, hey, Lisa, did you get your wedding dress yet? Like, where is this coming from?
And she's like, no, and he's like, it's a month away.
Yeah.
And he's like, everything's fine, everything's okay. And Danny's
don't worry, I'm definitely still gonna marry this guy.
And Danny's upset because Johnny doesn't seem excited about the wedding. And then Danny just leaves. And then...
goes back to his house with no flower.
And Peter meets up with Mark on the rooftop. But Mark is, like, wearing the complete denim top to bottom.
Canadian tuxedo, smoking grass. Yeah. I think Mark is secretly Canadian, but that's another theory.
That's a good theory. Time. I like that a lot, yeah. He seems very big Canadian.
He's beautiful. Vibes. He's wearing a Canadian tuxedo. He's smoking grass.
Yeah.
I don't know if fucking other people's women is a Canadian thing or not. I'll do a poll and get back to you.
And, like, he's, like, talking about how, like, he's got a sick feeling in his stomach. Like, he's just, like, awful. The music is kind of ominous. Like, he's clearly upset. And Mark's is like, I just feel like running around and killing myself. And Peter's like, oh, why are you smoking that marijuana? Are you having an affair with Lisa? And Mark tries, like, pushing over the edge and is, like, thrusting against his leg. And, like, he goes on, like, oh, like, fuck Lisa. She's such a manipulative bitch.
He smashes a bunch of patio furniture.
And Peter gives him advice like, you don't see Lisa again. You definitely don't sleep with her.
And you stop smoking that grass. Like, honestly, this whole scene is an incredible PSA for drugs.
Yeah. And, like, Peter's
not even once.
Peter says, like, she's a sociopath. She can't love anyone. And it's just like, yeah, like, finally, Peter's speaking some truth in this movie. And now Peter and Mark, some other day, they're getting photos ready for Johnny's wedding. So it's Peter, Johnny, Denny, and Mark, and they're all in their tuxedos.
Everybody is there except for Mark, and when he comes in, it's almost like the biggest moment of the movie. Like, the music swells and the zoom-in works. Maybe it's just because it's where all the disparate elements finally come together. Yeah. And why? Because Mark shaved.
Yeah. And
what?
So Greg Sestero grew the beard because he's like, okay, well, this movie tanks. I can just, like, shave the beard and pretend it didn't happen. No one recognized me. And then Tommy insists that you shave the beard for this movie.
Because he caught wind of his plan?
That might have been it. Yeah. Which is, like, devious.
That's amazing.
And so, yeah, they start throwing football. Peter doesn't want to. They call him chicken. And it's like, cheap, 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 cheap. So they're playing outside. It
turns out that Peter had a very good reason to not want to play football. Because after playing exactly 2 footballs of football, he falls dick first onto the pavement and nopes right out of the entire movie.
Yeah. like he seems to be in so much pain. They just like walk him off a little bit, and you never see this actor ever again.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's literally out.
Yeah, and so like then the next scene is like Johnny's like wandering around, place looks like Naboo from Star Wars, and then him and Mark meet up at a coffee shop, and this coffee
of the few scenes in the film actually filmed in San Francisco.
Yeah, and so they're
once again, everybody here knows Johnny. We watch two completely random couples order a fuck ton of cheesecake, and then Johnny and Mark get up and they're like, Johnny, oh my god, how are you? They literally do not give a fuck about Mark.
Yeah.
I'm starting to maybe understand why he's fucking his girl. Get back at him for being a completely invisible bystander in every interaction they ever have with anyone else ever.
So they sit down at the table there, they're waiting for some cheesecake, apparently, and...
Doesn't she try and force the cheesecake on them? They're like, actually, lady, we're fucking good.
Like, back off, lady. Like,
you've been trying to offer us this cheesecake for months now, girl. It's not happening.
Yeah, I told you I'm lactose intolerant. And Mark asks about Johnny's work. Like, oh, I have a new customer. Like, oh, what's the new customer? Oh, I can't tell you. It's confidential. Anyway, how's your sex life?
This is what I assume boys talking is just normally like.
Yeah, and then of course another thing like, oh, don't worry about it. Let's move on. And yeah, then we go to the next scene, which like. It's just, I love
Johnny nopes out of there. He's like, how's your sex life? Oh, wait, never mind. I have a client I have to meet with. Like, as soon as Mark is like, I'm not going to tell you about my sex life, Johnny's like, well, what the fuck is the point of talking to you? I'm out.
Johnny only wanted the thirsty details.
Yeah. He just wanted to get the dirty.
Yeah, he wanted to figure out who's fucking who and what. And then Lisa takes Mark up to their room, and they fuck. And this is the You're the Reason I Breathe song. This song is not good.
The music, I guess in your opinion, the music just gets worse as the movie goes on with two strong starts.
You Are My Rose is up there with I Will, like, it's up there for me.
They're at least equally as good as each other. But yeah, the last two songs are equally as bad as each other.
And like, Greg Sestero, like, the way he's trying to sex with Lisa is just like, it doesn't seem convincing at all. It
definitely looks like he learned his moves from Johnny, who, once again, let me tell you, is not the person you should be taking any bedroom pointers from in any sense.
I wonder what the direction that Tommy Wiseau gave him when they're doing the sex scene.
Obviously, it was aim for her belly button.
Yeah.
Curl up like an armadillo.
It looks so uncomfortable and like not like erotic at all.
And we now know that he's wearing pants through the whole time. So like they've got the blankets kind of all over them. So it's just kind of like lumpy blanket humping. It ain't it.
Yeah.
It ain't it.
Yeah. So we cut to Johnny and Mark. They drive over to a park there. Mark's just waiting by a tree there. So Johnny arrives by himself and...
Driving his car,
parks about like 8 feet away from the curb. And Mark has this like crazy visor on, so they start playing tossing the football. Like when they play football, they're like pretty much just like playing catch with it. They're not like... They're not doing like, shotgun passes or anything, or big plays or anything.
No. But they are doing it while running at the same time. Which...
And they start like, roughhousing a little bit, because they're friends and everything, they're best friends. And,
yeah, Tommy definitely... Johnny, pardon me, definitely. Again, where does one end and the other begin? Yeah. It's impossible to know. Definitely, like, takes down Greg, and then that scene ends.
Yeah.
And then we cut back to other people doing other things. Mm-hmm. I think it's back to...
That's Mark and Lisa. They're making out again. They're getting ready for the party. And Michelle walks in on them.
Oh, that's the next scene?
Yeah.
Oh, because then eventually later we come back to Johnny and Mark in the park.
Yeah.
So what does Mark do? Is he like, oh, Johnny, like, just chill here, I have to go to the bathroom. And then drive back to Johnny's house and make out with Lisa and then drive back to the park?
Yeah,
is that how this happens?
It's baffling. And, like, the Michelle-Lisa scene is, like, completely useless. The same conversation I had before about how, like, oh, you should respect Johnny, you don't want to break up our friendship, yada, yada. It's like, nothing exciting really at all. And then...
Yeah, we already know that she knew about the two of them because we saw Lisa told her, like... it doesn't really establish anything new.
Yeah, it's a lot of redundant scenes in this movie, which is a problem with, I think it's the problem with watching it solo, so you kind of pick up on that. But with the crowd just like kind of like laughing at it, it's just like so
more
baffling.
Opportunities to riff.
Yeah. And like perfect time to go to the washroom too. And after their next run, it's nighttime, not San Francisco, in the establishment shot of nighttime. The establishment shot is daytime.
Time is passing in San Francisco.
And
sunrise, sunset.
Another conversation about marrying Johnny for financial security. And,
with her mom, who really just wants that financial security for herself and her friend. What's her friend's full name? Something Cheryl Hamilton?
Yeah. Like, and then we get Johnny goes out for another walk again, and then walks by the Disney store. Like
the Ismy store.
Yeah, it's conveniently blocked with like a street lamp, so you don't see the full Disney.
Fuck with them.
And
because the mouse will fuck with you. Don't
and so
get that wrong.
And then he gets home, and it's his birthday party, and it's all dark and everything. It's a surprise party. He opens the door. Everyone turns the light, like surprise, to saying happy birthday to him. And what I love about happy birthday in the song is that for the longest time, happy birthday as a song was copywritten by two old women who are sisters who just like were completely litigious and sued everyone for trying to use this song.
That was all they had to do in their lives.
Yeah. And then like there's a reason why like you never heard happy birthday in any movie from like the 70s onwards until
also a reason why if you went to like a chain restaurant in the 90s or early 2000s, they would not sing you the happy birthday song. They would sing you some weird bastardized birthday version that they had come up with themselves because their chain didn't license happy birthday.
Yeah. Because they charge a lot of money for it too.
Yeah.
And so now they're dead, or hopefully they're dead. But like now you can use happy birthday and things again. So
I think it's just because it passed the 100 year.
Maybe that's
it's over 100 years old now, so the time to copyright it right now.
Yeah, but it's such a bullshit thing. It's such a songs like that should never be copyrighted, right? Like it's like that's so common. Like
no, for sure.
But
not.
the fact
I
that
say that now, but just wait until I write the next happy birthday. I'm coming after all y'all bitches. God damn, am I collecting on that?
You should come with Happy Birthday 2. Come up with a sequel for it.
Happy Birthday 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Oh, we should do that. Yeah.
The synth version. That would fix the problem of no one ever knowing what key to sing Happy Birthday in.
Yeah.
You just press the Happy Birthday button. That will be added to all synths.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That's a good way to make a lot of money. You know how like TV remotes now, like the reason why smart TVs are so cheap is because like on the remote, like Netflix will pay them to have like the button on them, Disney will pay them the button on them.
Yeah.
And they just have the Happy Birthday button on the synth there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just got to do what Netflix is doing to make that Netflix money.
Yeah.
I think we've had enough of the original Happy Birthday song. Like it's time. You know what I mean?
Like
it's had its moment in the sun.
Yeah. Like we're still not all like, you know, what's the song that's an older song? Like no one's dancing to Sexy Back at the clubs anymore. We moved on past that song.
And that's why no one's going to the clubs anymore, because there's no Sexy Back.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake
brought
it
What's the
back.
point of going to a club if I'm not going to hear my boy JT?
Yeah.
If I can't take it to the bridge, why am I taking it anywhere at all?
Like, said bye to him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Throwback.
No. So, like, the fact that this movie had to pay a lot of money for Happy Birthday is absolutely hilarious. I love that so much. Like, that's the reason why this movie was so damn expensive.
I would give anything to see the budget breakdown of this movie.
Same, yeah.
Like,
the financial documents, yeah. What was craft services like? Like, how well did they eat?
For $7 million, I hope pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
It can't have been that well, though, because, like, for a good, couple of daily meals, there's a lot I'd put up with. And this movie had a ton of turnover, you said, on the cast. Not the cast, the crew. The cast too.
And crew, yeah.
Yeah, both.
But also, Tommy Wiseau doesn't eat normal meals. Like, he's, like, randomly...
He likes baked potatoes and hot water.
Yeah, like, he likes baked potatoes and hot water. So, like, I can't imagine, like, he would really want, like,
As an alien who doesn't understand.
Yeah, you're no, we have eggshell sandwiches today, so, like, we're not going to serve anything else, like, food. Like, you eat eggshells like I do. Like...
This is what we eat, right?
You can eat this goose I found at the park today. And...
I dunked it in hot water. It's good to go.
So we get another salad shot of San Francisco at nighttime, and then we get back to the party, and everyone's just talking to one another. Johnny and Claudette are talking about whatever, completely inaudible. So like they're clearly palling. They have
you know what they're talking about? It is audible. She's once again pressuring him to pay for the down payment for Shirley Hamilton's place.
Oh, that bitch.
That's what she's doing. She's like, I hate to put the pull on you, but like you should really consider this. Like she's a great girl. It's like I can't believe the brass on you, buddy.
She's so. Oh my god, she's the one that should be eating the gun at the end. and so Johnny's busy with Lisa's mom. So Mark and Lisa are eyeing each other at the party. Michelle and Mike are feeding each other cake. And then Lisa's like, "Oh, everyone, let's go outside for fresh air." So lambs to the slaughter. Everyone just like leaves the apartment to go outside, except that she keeps Mark back and they start kissing. And
they're the only two people in the apartment, which like this is a ballsy fucking move. It is your fiance's birthday party in your fiance's house, and without the door locked, with nothing. Like she obviously has some kind of like danger kink. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's just going full throttle on the couch. The party has introduced to us at this late stage at least 4 new characters. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think it's exactly 4 new characters because if you look at the credits, they're credited as party goer 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And one of these party goers...
No, this was a different guy. So 4 party goers who have no names, and this new guy is credited by the name in the credits, but he isn't named in the movie.
Oh. So there's
5
brand new characters
Yeah.
at the 11th hour at this birthday party.
So this
one
guy,
of which we've never fucking seen before.
This guy is named Steven.
Now, apparently, you told me the actor who played Peter had to nope the fuck out of production. So it's possible that this was a role that Peter would have played.
It was 100%. Yeah, that's confirmed.
You know what? That actually doesn't even make any sense because Peter already knew about the affair.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy acts super surprised about it all.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It's like, of course you don't. You've known these people for 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's so funny just having some guys like who no one's ever seen before is get all like into everyone's business.
He's like, we're friends. You're going to ruin everything. It's like, you just got here.
So this conversation is broken up by like Johnny who shows up and is like, opens up the door. Him and Michelle's like, oh, thank you, honey. This is a beautiful party. You invited all my friends. Good thinking.
Yeah. Because that's not what a party literally is. It's just getting all the people you like together.
Yeah. It's like Tommy Wiseau just like the way he views like what good dialogue should be in a movie is fascinating.
Yeah, definitely a lot of misused idioms.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a language gap thing.
Yeah,
Could
absolutely.
be that ESL teacher did her best, but not the best.
Yeah, that ESL, like if she was still alive, I have a lot of questions for her. And yeah, so outside, so they go up to the roof too, and pretty swanky party up on the roof actually.
The roof looks incredible.
I'm surprised they don't have the whole party on the roof. Why they have like a shitty party down on the main floor there, and then up on the roof?
They're literally on the roof for like 2 minutes total, despite the fact that they've clearly been decorating it for
Johnny
ages.
comes like, "Hey everybody, guess what? We're expecting," and it was like everyone's like, "Hey, cheers!" Like Lisa's having a baby, and then
more than a few people, because at this point, like 3 or 4 people at the party know that Lisa doesn't give a fuck about Johnny and is in love with Mark. Yeah. She's outright told her mom. She's outright told her best friend Michelle. Mm-hmm. That fucking Steve guy has walked in on them.
Yeah.
Mark obviously knows because he's the one doing the fucking.
Yeah.
Tommy is, Johnny, pardon me, is suspicious. So, like, honestly, a good number of people at this party know that this whole announcement of expecting is not the celebration that you would expect.
No. And even Danny's caught on the fact that Johnny's not excited for the wedding. Like, there's something going on there. Like, everyone's kind of clued in this is not, like, a happy occasion. And Michelle pulls Lisa aside, like, talks to her about being honest with Johnny yet again. And Steven is just, like, bursts like, I agree with that. Like, Steven, we don't know you.
Get out of your business! You are an unknown.
Steven asks, like, when is the baby due? And Lisa's like, oh, there is no baby. He's like, I just told Johnny it was a baby to keep things interesting.
Just like the final nail in the coffee of Lisa, you crazy.
Which is insane because, like, if you're expecting to have if you want to have a kid eventually, she said, so they're probably gonna have a kid eventually. Like
that's what she uses to justify her actions. We'll probably have a kid eventually. It's like you've been talking for 90% of this movie about how you can't wait to leave Johnny.
Yeah, but like, let's say they stay together and she gets pregnant. Like, wouldn't she be kind of suspicious? Like, hey, like, aren't you 8 months pregnant? But there's like no baby there. Like, what's going on there? Like, you know. How much can you keep this lie going for?
I mean, that's a question that history has asked many times in many different circumstances.
Yeah.
Many queens who were constantly expecting because it was what was expected of them.
Yeah.
I mean...
But Lisa brought this upon herself.
Lisa absolutely brought this upon herself. And for what? Like, did she really want to stay with Johnny? Like, did she decide... I mean, she has said at points in the movie, I don't mind living with him.
Yeah.
Her mom's like, you can't do that. Which, you shouldn't do that. Yeah. For sure.
But I also feel like Johnny will kind of clue in right away when his baby's born with, like, you know...
The baby comes out and just looks exactly like Mark. Just pure testosterone.
Yeah, like, no, like, cloven feet. It's just, like, it looks like a human baby. Like, oh, it's definitely not Johnny's.
It's not made out of ham.
Yeah.
He's like, this is not mine. This is not.
Yeah.
I did not make this. I did not.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Mark Jr.
Mark Jr.
And, like, all the friends are worried that Lisa's going to blow up their friend group, which is an accurate concern. And Lisa's like, hey, everyone, let's go back inside, eat some more cake. Like the sheep again, they go back inside.
Let's all spend a nice 10 seconds on the roof before you return to the hell apartment.
If I was at a party and someone kept, like, shepherding me from, like, place to place, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm staying in one spot. Like, I'm here.
I will jump off this roof before I follow you. I just got up here.
I'm not here for a workout. I'm here to, like, hang out and have some fun. Like, I don't want to get my steps in. Like, come on, this isn't a gym. So they're back inside.
This is when the wheels really fucking fall off of everything. And Lisa doesn't give a fuck anymore. She is literally making out with Mark on the dance floor.
Some random guy's like, Lisa looks really hot tonight.
Yeah. One of the 4 party goers that get no name and no other lines.
Yeah. And, like, Mark asks, like, Lisa, like, hey, whose baby is it? And Lisa just slaps Mark in the face, like... and, like, Johnny's like, hey, what's going on here? Like,
so that's the first fight of the night started.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. Like, maybe I know more than you think. They start fighting each other, start shoving each other back and forth. And the fight gets broken up, and, like, Johnny's like, fight is over, I'm sorry, Mark. And then, like,
they shake hands.
They make peace. And then later on, like, Lisa and
They're
Mark
dancing
are
on the
just, like,
dance floor.
like, rubbing each other, like, seductively. They are, like, hands all over each other. And Johnny confronts him again, like, and Mark's like, wake up, man, what planet do you think you're on? And, like, Johnny asks him to leave. Mark tries to make peace. And, like, Johnny says, don't touch me, motherfucker. Start fighting again, and says, like... and, Mark says, like, you son of a bitch, you keep your girl satisfied she wouldn't come to me?
Crazy line. Like, literally incredible in the sense that you cannot believe it.
Yeah. And, like...
admits to being the bad guy. Admits to cheating on Lisa. Cheating with Lisa.
Yeah. And, like, Johnny just says back, like, oh, you're just a chicken. Cheep, cheep. And, like, you know, the fight gets broken up again. And that's when Mark is, like, head hits the doorknob.
The 3rd injury of the movie.
Yeah.
Or 4th, because he hits his head before as well.
Right.
So we've got Peter, who broke his dick. We've got Mike, who got concussed in the trash can.
Yeah.
And now we've got Testosterone, who in the first fight got thrown backwards on the spoon photo. And now has knocked his shit on the doorknob.
Yeah.
Man, I hope this movie had insurance.
Yeah. And maybe that's why it's so expensive.
Yeah, they were just kind of rocking their shit.
And Johnny says, like, the fight's not over. Everyone betray me. I fed up with this world.
With this world.
And Johnny goes upstairs and barricades himself in the bathroom. And Claudette...
Party's over. Everybody gets the fuck out except Claudette and Lisa. Claudette cleans the entire fucking place.
Yeah.
Least she could do.
And, like, Claudette, like, tells Lisa, like, Johnny just needs to calm down. He'll be fine, though. And, like, Claudette leaves, and Lisa tells Johnny, like, hey, you can come out now. He goes, like, in a few minutes, bitch. Who are you calling a bitch? You and your stupid mother. So Lisa just calls Mark very loudly from the room next door.
She's like, well, I'm not waiting. I'm not pussyfooting around this anymore.
Yeah, and it's like, calls him Mark, oh, he's just being a big baby. And Mark says back, like, oh, like, come on up. I want your body. And Johnny emerges from the washroom, and he reveals, like, I recorded everything. So he goes downstairs.
He wants to know what happened on that conversation, and she won't tell him. But he should have heard it through the door. Anyway, but yeah, this is the big reveal. Chekhov's tape machine.
So he goes and gets his tape recorder, and he plays it, and it's a completely different conversation. It's not the different, like, take from what they're just the conversation just had. And the scene was, like, had a different second unit director, so it was actually, like, it wasn't Tommy Wiseau directing himself. And Tommy Wiseau probably gives his best performance here. A lot of vulnerability, where, like, you know, he's completely miserable. Tells Lisa, like, I gave you 7 years of my life and you betray me. And Lisa's like, you prick, I put up with you for 7 years. It's like, I treat you like a princess. You stabbed me right in the back. And this is probably, I think, the best part of the best performance of Johnny movies is when Mark says in the recording, why don't you ditch this creep? I don't like him anymore. And Wiseau's reaction seemed like someone said this to him before. This is a guy who's been called a creep before, and he looks actually vulnerable and in pain. And then he just, like, throws the tape recorder and bounces off the wall, and it's really funny.
Yeah, no, the tape recorder literally is less damage than most of the actors in this movie.
Yeah. And so she leaves, and he yells, get out, get out, get out of my life. And he goes downstairs, starts screaming in pain, and
epic breakdown.
He remembers the rest of the movie, yelling, why, Lisa, why? And starts remembering the sex scenes. And
flashbacks, the red dress, destroying everything in his apartment.
Oh, it's great.
Candle. It is great. It's a very satisfying watch. Him just fucking smashing the shit out of the set.
He, like, knocks over
terrible fucking set. Yeah, he knocks over the pictures that aren't aligned properly.
Knocks over the CD wall.
He knocks over that all the CDs are weirdly askew on. Knocks over the stupid floor candlesticks. He basically lives my dream.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person. I don't think I would ever, like, completely smash a room. I feel like I'm the kind of person. I feel like if I was like, you know, even if I was like knock these beer cans over, I'd be like, oh, I have to clean them up, clean it up later.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't mind going to a dedicated smash room. You know, where they like, literally give you a bunch of shit to break into hammer to break it with.
That'd be cool.
I feel like in that context, I would do some much needed physical damage therapy.
That'd be fun. There are places like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore. They were a thing for a while. They could be one of those things like battle axes, where like the moment is come and gone, and I missed my chance.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what would really fuck? The set of The Room, Smash Room.
Oh, yes. For, like, the few freaks that are really into that.
If we set that up in Los Angeles, we'd make bank, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
We're making a lot of good ideas.
We have a lot of great ideas, yeah. We're going to, like,
We're going to have to play this back and then start making some investments, because it's time.
Yeah, Will Arnett and David Cross make a note to it.
It would be worth it just for that.
Yeah. And, like, throws the TV out the window.
That's a great moment.
Yeah.
I have to be real with you.
Those TVs are heavy. Those old classic TVs.
Not too long after seeing this movie for the first time, probably like a year after, my friends and I all threw an old TV out a window of a second floor university house, and it was a great feeling. It was honestly incredible.
That's awesome.
It's so satisfying. Yeah. Like, it's so big and heavy. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Oh, imagine throwing a TV, like, the modern TVs out the window must be, that's boring, right?
It's like how, like, it's so unsatisfying to hang up a phone call now. Mm. Back in the day, flip phones, like, crashed that shit. Like, that felt good.
Yeah, flip phones were so good.
Yeah. Like, ending a call is like stabbing a fucking touchscreen.
A landline, slamming that down, too. That was great, too.
Oh, that also felt good.
Awesome.
The thing about slamming a landline down is that sometimes you can miss. Where you can close a flip phone as hard as you like, you'll never miss.
Yeah.
There's only one end point to that, and you can hit it as hard as you want. Oh. The TV, though, you're totally right. Like, throwing that TV out of a window, it would probably be bunk. I mean, there's no way to know until we try.
Not that TV. Like, that's pretty new, so...
I thought I was in there.
And...
Anyway, very satisfying to watch Tommy Wiseau do it.
Yeah, and it's like he breaks a mirror and everything, breaks that. And then, like,
the only mirror we see in the entire movie.
Which breaks the vampire theory. So apparently during the production of the film, Tommy Wiseau was really into vampires at the point in time. So he wanted to work in vampires in the movie and have the reveal be like, oh, like, what if I were to be a vampire? That'd be a big reveal in the movie. And I was like, what if, like, my Mercedes car would be flying around San Francisco at the end of the movie?
And that's how we prove I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
Like, those two things don't go together.
Yeah. So Greg talked him down from that, thank God. But
good man.
I feel like if that would happen, they would kind of push it to, like, be complete campy territory rather than unintentionally funny drama.
Yeah, totally.
Which is what makes the movie kind of special.
Also, how much would the movie have cost if they had to put a flying Mercedes in it?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, what are we looking at for a budget at that point?
Like...
I guess they probably would have just green screened it like they did the fucking roof.
Yeah. I don't know. They did it in Greece back in, like 78, so they could probably figure it out.
You're right.
Yeah. And, so he pulls out Lisa's dress he got at the start of the movie, and he, like, pulls it onto his, like, face and everything, starts sniffing it, and then starts rubbing on his crotch, like, thrusting it. And, like, and then
the man's pent up. He hasn't had sex in 4 days.
Yeah. Maybe 4 days. Yeah. It's been, like 40 minutes of runtime, maybe? Like, that's been that long.
Yeah.
And he rips up the dress after smelling a couple of times, and then while he's on the floor, he, like, pulls out, like, a little box there, opens it up, and closes it back up, and opens it up, and there's a gun inside. It's the gun that Chris R. had.
We think.
That's
assume. My theory.
That's my theory, too.
It's the gun that they killed Chris R. with.
Yeah. And so Johnny pulls out the gun, remembers... he says, God forgive me, and he imagines Lisa back on the stairwell saying everything is going to be alright, and he blows his brains out. Goodbye, Johnny.
Is that the end of the movie? Not quite.
Not quite.
Because there's nothing more satisfying in a fantasy of your own death than the reckoning of those who wronged you at their realization of your demise. Yeah, so of course!
Mark and Lisa show up, and they find his bloody body on the floor, and...
In reality... Why would that ever happen? Why would the both of them go back?
Mm-hmm. I think they're having sex down on the couch downstairs. Like,
they were literally just on the roof fucking. They couldn't make it to his place.
Yeah, there's some other R&B song playing.
Worse than You Are My Rose, but better than the other two.
Yeah. And so, like Mark, Lisa was like, hey, is he dead? And Mark's like, yes, he's dead, you fucking idiot. And like, Mark kisses him on the forehead.
And gives him a big kiss.
Big old smooch. And Lisa's like, oh, I've lost him, but I still have you, right? Mark's like, you don't have me. You never had me. You killed him.
So Mark had post-nut clarity, but even stronger is the post-best friend, in quotes, murdering himself clarity.
Yeah. And like, Lisa's like...
And the refusal to take responsibility for any of this. This was all you, Lisa. You seduced me. I was not a willing participant.
Tramp, you killed him. You're the cause of all this. I don't love you. Get out of my life, you bitch.
Which is the exact same thing I'm pretty sure that Johnny said, like, 7 minutes before.
Yeah.
Maybe even
it was in Mark's head because he overheard it.
Because he was on the roof waiting for Lisa.
Yeah, and so...
very busy on the roof waiting for you.
Yeah, and so, and then, like, you know, Mark's leaving, and then Denny runs in the room.
Poor, innocent, drug-dealing, owes Chris our money, Denny.
And Denny says, "Wake up, Tommy, wake up." So the actor who plays Denny got the name wrong.
But apparently that scene was so good that they were like, we'll keep it.
Yeah. So Denny tells them both to leave while he comforts the corpse. Like, Denny, it's Lisa's room. Like, you can't tell him.
You live here.
And Denny's like, "Oh, why, Johnny? Why?"
Why?
And then Lisa and Mark return to comfort Denny over Johnny's dead corpse.
Blood-soaked body.
There's so much blood, too. Like,
There's
the fact
much
they even
blood.
thought this guy could be alive is shocking. And then,
there's a bunch of, like, voices in the back. They're like, there's a fire. We heard gunshots. There's sirens. Like, someone has called the cops.
Yeah.
Or
And
the fire department because they thought there was a fire for whatever reason. Maybe all those candles finally came for them.
Yeah, and then like as the sirens get louder and louder, we focus on Johnny's corpse, and then we cut to the credits.
And that's that.
That's the room.
That's the room. I mean, to clarify, we still don't know what the room is.
True. Yes.
Is it the loft upstairs? Is it the downstairs portion of their apartment? Is it both in one because it's just a loft upstairs? Is that all the room?
Is it the cafe where they're pushing the cheesecake? Is that the room? Like, there's plenty of
There's a couple of different rooms.
It's an intriguing title because, like, I'm still debating this to this day after this many viewings.
Yeah, for a movie that's explicitly overt and just about everything that happens, the title is a mystery.
Yeah.
Which room is the room? Yeah. And what does it mean?
Yeah. Oh. Was the room inside of us all along?
Was the room the friends we made along the way?
Yeah.
Was the room the drug dealers we murdered along the way?
Maybe, like, there's, like, a good...
Maybe that's what Chris R stood for. Chris Room. He was the room.
My God, yes. We solved the room.
We solved
finally.
the room. All right, finally.
It's finally happened.
I'm so glad. All right, guys. Cinema's over.
Yeah.
The room's been solved.
Yeah.
We fixed it. We won movies.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning into MoviePod and coming on this journey with us, where cinema has been objectively proven correct.
So that's the room as a movie. I think we've already gone through all the reception and everything about it. Like, it's gone on to become like a cult classic film, a lot of midnight screenings. It's never going to be on streaming, but it is one of those movies that's going to be a touring midnight film. It's going to be a touring thing you watch with a rowdy crowd.
Yeah, The Room is a movie that will never exist independently of its reception ever again.
Yeah.
It's like Rocky Horror. If you go to a public screening, there are going to be people who are in on the joke and who know what to say at the right times. If you're watching it independently, it's probably as a direct result of the reception it's already received.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that, the journalist that kept bringing his friends and made it into an event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not a movie that you can experience out of context anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's outgrown itself.
Yeah, it is
in a great way.
It's a phenomenon. It truly is a phenomenon. Like, no other way to describe it. And, like, this movie brings me a ton of joy. I love talking about it because it's so baffling.
Yeah.
In fact, we talked about this movie for a very long period of time between this and watching the movie, doing a commentary beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, but I think we're, but yeah, do you have any more final thoughts about The Room?
If there's any chance that anyone listening to this podcast hasn't seen it, I couldn't recommend it enough.
Mm-hmm. Watch it with a crowd. Do not watch it just by yourself.
Yeah, no.
Or have some friends over, smoke up a little bit, drink some beers, and or see it in the theater.
If possible, if it ends up working out, watch it along with our commentary.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fingers crossed that'll be something that you can
Fingers crossed. Hopefully the audio quality worked out well there too. So I don't think I have anything more to say about The Room other than it's true. It's something truly unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining me, Alex.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug?
Well, once again, I think you're probably about to hear perhaps another clip of Jules McCools' song Tommy Wiseau, a song inadvertently brought about by Brian as well. Mm-hmm. I thought it would be a great way to kind of close the karmic gap by getting it here invested on this. Jules McCools, I'm also very lucky to have them as a member of my band, so of course I gotta support the homies.
Yeah.
Check out their full album, My Battery Is Low and It's Getting Dark, which features Tommy Wiseau as the ruckus opening track.
Nice. So I'll get that information from you and post in the show links.
Beautiful.
You can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at BWishart. You can also follow MoviePod on Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Instagram. Next week on MoviePod, to commemorate the late, great Catherine O'Hara, I'm going to do the film After Hours. I'm going to be joined by Jared Gilman, who's the actor from Moonrise Kingdom.
What a get! That's amazing!
Yeah. So to talk to him about a movie that I find to be an absolute masterpiece. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So that'll be next Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening to MoviePod. And until next week, take care.
Can we get some more Tommy Wiseau?